5, bring it heat.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to, the one and the only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Ladies and gentlemen, strap in. We have a wild show for you. It's Friday night here on Rumboyz After Dark. If you are new to the channel, new to the culture, new here on the pirate ship, join the pirate gang by going ahead and hitting that subscribe button. You can also join the channel if you feel like, our time is worth like $5 to you. It's all good. You could also make sure that you take that button that looks like this. Yeah, hit that button, spike the like button here on our YouTube channel. Make sure that you share our content. Hit that share button on all of your social media platforms. You tell two more friends. This is where it all begins, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and introduce our crew for tonight, our panel for tonight. Make sure you guys go ahead and enjoy the live chat. Pour up your drinks. Get ready. Ladies and gentlemen, first up, representing. He's going to be in here for a little bit. We're going to see how long he's rocking with us. Rumboyz.com, our chief editor and graphic designer. That motherfucker just bounced out. Right as this shit just glitched out. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and keep it rolling, ladies and gentlemen. Representing the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Oh fuck no! Now he just bounced back in. Fuck it. Let's go ahead and bring up Miles Peacock. Fuck it.
Sorry about that. I hit a wrong button like right before I was gonna make my screen bigger so I could figure out if I was centered on here. Anyways, doesn't matter. I am here in the flesh. Via your digital screen for a short time or however long it may be. But I did want to just come by and say thanks, Robbie, for having me on tonight. Friday with the boys is always great. I'm drinking like a $12 beer. I'm about to go out on date night with the wife. So spectacular evening planned ahead, hopefully for all of you enjoying the show as well. I do want to say, make sure you stop by rumboyz.com. You go check out all of the writers' articles that they've been dropping this week. I think we put up at least 4 within the last 2 days. We covered hockey. We did some baseball. A couple of football articles, some draft reviews still, so that way you can get caught up with all the stuff that's been going on. So make sure you head on over to rumboyz.com. You scroll all the way down to the home screen. You check out the Captain's Corner entries, and you check out my boys, Justin Pottinger, some of our other writers who dropped stuff recently, Fantasy Fornicator, all those great dudes that help us out here and chip in at Rumboyz and do their part. So appreciate those guys. And Joey, IDP Tooth, my man there, co-editing with me on the website as well. So go check all that stuff out. The hot graphics. You went with a long intro today. I saw that. It was cool. Good to see that song back again. So changing it up.
Rush.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But it's all good. We're here.
Rolling. Let's keep it rolling. Let's go ahead and bring on Herms NFL.
Hello. Hello. Herms.
I like it.
You have a fucking kazoo, ladies and gentlemen. You can check this man out over on the Real Deal HQ. Also catch him dropping a little bit of work with the XTB guys. You just caught him earlier yesterday with Fantasy Pros. Ladies and gentlemen, Real Deal HQ LaQuan.
Hey, what up?
What's up, bro?
Yo, what's up, Peacock?
And Herms,
What up?
yeah, you got to run that back. You got to run that back.
Oh God, ladies and gentlemen, representing a podcast with upside, G-Man J.
What's up, fellas? What's happening? That kazoo is absolutely fantastic, Herms.
No, like, I'm about to clip that. Like, what timestamp was that?
What's happening, fellas?
Oh my God,
What's good?
I'm at a loss for words.
Every week it's Herms doing
That's so
something.
much fun.
I promise y'all I do this for a living. Ladies and gentlemen, representing for the love of Sundays and the resident Rumboyz Fantasy Network bartender, FTLS John.
What's up, guys? How's it going? That kazoo, how do you not come in with a ton of energy when there's a kazoo to like lead off the band? So, Herms, big shout out. Like, way to set us off to 1,000, by the way.
No kidding.
Exactly.
I got to.
That
I don't know
kazoo
why
better
I-
make its way to Canton. That's all I got to say.
Really? I got my kazoo. I got my hamburger phone in case I get some calls. Just like, I'm down here in my office. I'm in my broadcasting office. I got my photo of Jerry Orbach behind me and got Keenan and Kel right there. Just like full house. It's great.
Dude, the thing is, the way our conversations go Friday mornings, Herm's like, so I'm working tonight, right? I got work tonight. Yes, yeah, you got work, and we never discuss how the fuck he's coming on this show, and I've never even thought about it, but I love it. I love it. Let's go ahead and get into our next guest, ladies and gentlemen. You guys can check him out as a content creator with Roto Heat Fantasy. He's also dropping the amazing gifts, original gifts, copying your favorite fantasy analysts and putting them onto gifts. Roto Heat Craig.
Hey guys,
Legend.
and Herms, I got to pile on the kazoo. I know it's a terrible idea, but I really want to get my kids a kazoo now. I mean, it's going to be terrible after like 10 minutes.
It's great online, but in person.
Yeah, that's my fear, but I'm still going to end up doing it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we had one here.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing, he's the founder of the Fantasy G podcast, co-host of Armchair Fantasy Football, and an expert ranker over at Fantasy Pros, Fantasy GFS Gerson.
Oh man, I don't even know where to start. Like, I'm like, damn, that kazoo. We got like, damn, like I'm just gonna. I got the rum bottle and I got the Blue Moon. Oh yes,
sir.
He's
Ready to party.
You already know what's up.
Ready to party.
Oh, let's go.
Blue Moon, I'm there.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can also catch this next personality over on the SportsMe app. He is a Kansas City Chiefs fan, and you can also catch him contributing over at goingforward2.com as a fantasy writer. Ladies and gentlemen, drop the mic, FF.
What's going on, boys? And Herms, you're awesome. That's all I got to say. I mean, come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, our final guest of the panel tonight. He is also a graphic designer for the Real Deal Fantasy HQ. You guys can catch his work over on Twitter at Z2Fantasy. It's the homie Toby.
Hey, what's good, everybody?
There he is.
Toby.
This is a who's who panel tonight, man. I love
This
it.
is a good crew, A+ crew.
Thanks. I try and maintain the energy. Let's go ahead really quick. For those of you guys that do not know, if it's your first time tuning into the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, we will be displaying your comments on the stream throughout the duration of tonight's show. Just like that. Jay hates this Simon.
I love
the same size as a child.
I just hate Simon. That's all.
It's true.
I love
But
Simon.
also on tonight's episode, make sure you guys stay tuned in, especially through the first half. You should be fucking paying attention to the whole damn show, okay? If you're a real supporter of the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. But we are going to be giving away here on tonight's broadcast a special SFB 11 invite. All right, so make sure you sign up for the SFB 11. Make sure you're tuning in tonight's show. You're being interactive in the chat. You're talking shit, you're showing love, all that good stuff. And tell a friend to tell a friend. You know, let's go. Let's keep it rolling. First things first, make sure that you guys do sign up for monkeyknifefight.com. Promo code Rumboyz. That is Rumboyz in all caps. Daily fantasy sports prop action for for you to scratch that money-making itch if you got it. NFL is just about 96 days away, so get ready for NFL kickoff. The NBA playoffs are, still going on despite the Lakers being bounced out. And, home run derby going on over there for your MLB actions. And we also have PGA and much, much, much more. Get on over for monkeyknifefight.com. Even if you're into esports, we got that too. Let's go. Dilly.
Monkey Knife Fight, give me money. Oh, we know we miss Bogart.
I was about to say,
congratulations to Bogart. He just had a baby. Not he. He didn't have a baby. His wife had a baby.
That's incredible.
He had a baby. That's even more. It's a modern miracle.
Bogart had a kid number 4 at his little girl.
God bless him, man. I got 2. I
baby, give me money.
Hey, I need to ship him the fucking Rumboyz baby on board onesie. I got that joint in the Rumboyz.com merch shop. Hey, Herms, give me a very quick breakdown on SportsMe. Ready, set, go.
Purchase a phone. Do your research, whichever one works. Pick a good cell provider. I don't know. The cost is really important, but so is the data coverage and all that. Then what you got to do is download the thing, the SportsMe app. Yeah, go inside the thing with the stuff like the Apple App Store, like the Google Play Store, whatever. Type it SPORT. Yeah, SportsMe. Boom. So basically, you create an account, you do stuff, and it's wow, I can post videos and yell at people about sports and stuff. And if your takes are really good, people will do this thing with a button that's ding 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 because they give you points, and it's wow, that guy was really smart, including me sometimes, but not really. Anyway, so basically, I don't know, you just battle people and just be nah, this is my take. Nah, this is my take. Nah, and you take turns, and then it's cool. And then by the end of it, a winner is deemed by a cumulative number of points or whatever. I don't know, download it, check it out. I'm on there. So yeah, SportsMe. It sports you.
Yeah. Greatly appreciate it. Hey.
Yeah. Why does he have his own show by now?
I'm downloading SportsMe right now. Oh wait, I already have it.
Hey, get ready for NFL AM. Herms is gonna be dropping some Herms terms on NFL AM this Sunday, bright and early. So
I need him on Netflix, bro. Or Amazon Prime or something.
Netflix, give the Rumboyz Fantasy Network money. Fellas, y'all know what we came here to do. We came here to talk sports. We came here to have some motherfucking drinks, have some beers. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know what we gotta do. Without further ado, it's time to tear this motherfucking thing down. It's time to de-Christian this episode. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls, what it do. Dilly. Good luck to that lucky winner tonight. Woohoo! Congratulations, Bogey. And with the first topic, we start off with the homie, Fantasy Football Peacock. Is Dan Campbell the head coach that the Detroit Lion fans need, from biting them at their kneecaps to wearing a damn helmet in press conferences, okay? Hey, motorcycle safety out there, all y'all on 2 wheels. This guy has been hilarious. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, he is, at least he's been fun for us on Twitter while we're waiting for football to start. Like you said, 96 days away from the start of the season. He's a change of pace. He is not Matt Patricia. I saw a tweet earlier today. I believe Patricia was on he was on his ATV, kind of pointing from afar, and Campbell was up, lined up on somebody, teaching with the guys there. So he's kind of a hands-on, kind of in your face, nipping at the kneecaps. So I do like that for the Lions, but you need a distraction when you're a team like the Lions or the Texans or whatever. You need something.
You said nipping. Are these Lions more like house cats? I'm just asking. You use the adjective. I'm just,
Yeah. So no, I mean, that's exactly what I'm saying. Before, you didn't see any fire, tenacity, really, maybe some really questionable decisions. I know that he's come out and said some, a hot hand approach thing with Swift, and that's a whole other story. So maybe that's the only thing that I haven't liked so far. But the media antics are a little odd. It's not really the way, to fire me up as a player, but I do like some of the changes that he's bringing about to that organization. And for the fans, especially, it's a win. It's something to talk about. And, you couldn't get any worse than what you are right now. So I think it's a change of pace. It's a fresh picture that's coming into Detroit there. And I don't know about Jared Goff or any of that. But, you're asking about the coach here. And I think that he's a plus, at least in that situation.
Yo, so to Bills Mafia, Rob, yes. Robbie the Red-Nosed Reindeer of the fantasy analyst of Misfits. what was on one of those images. And LQ, bro, I'll let you slide on the intro, dog. I'll send that one up to you. Go ahead, Hearns.
Well, I mean, my buddy in the panel next to me said they couldn't be much worse with their head coach hire, but to be fair, they could have hired me. So let's be fair. It could always be worse. If you're an NFL team and you're looking for a head coach, hit up your boy.
I don't know. I think the kazoo could really get the guys going, man. That to get them motivated for the game.
Kazoos instead of whistles at practice.
Yeah.
I got a whole seminar that I'm working on. You know, if you want motivational kazoo work, it's $80 a pop. It's a full weekend. You know, I'll meet you whatever local convention center there is, maybe like a Holiday Inn Conference Center. We'll see. I'm still working out the details. My agent's got it covered. Anyway, as far as the football stuff goes, dude, the Lions are a team. They do.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
Hey, that's cool. That was cool.
Wow.
No, but
We're-
I mean, like,
We're a little too close for COVID regulations on that.
That blew my mind for a second.
Let me get a mask first.
No, but like I don't know. Why not try this guy out? You know, I mean, like the franchise has been fairly bad my entire life, so like whatever, dude. Like wear a helmet, man. Like honestly, I hope he wears that helmet on the sidelines for every single game. That would be just. Oh my god, just like all the fun in the world. And like, you know, here's what I'm really waiting for though. I want them to get like so down in a game that he just like snaps or something and like legitimately goes after someone's kneecap and is just like, you know, just like really like that's what
applesauce before today, motherfucker.
yeah, like I'm really hoping that ends up happening. Just more just for the intrigue and like, you know, honestly, at that point, like you couldn't arrest him for assault or anything at that point because he said the entire time this was the philosophy. Like they knew this was a possibility the entire time.
He wasn't
like,
hiding anything.
Yeah, cannibalism has been on the table forever. So I don't know. I'm just that's my take. Cannibalism
real
is
quick.
allowed if you say it ahead of time.
I like it. Yeah, I think
I'll
that
let
fires people up.
everybody answer Yeti as they do their takes, but I'm off of a Sam Adams. I got a Sam Adams variety pack, but right now I'm on the Summer Ale Citrus Sweet. And I got some rum and some Casamigos and some shooters. So I don't know I'm altering tequila and rum, and I might end up naked by the end of this show. I don't know.
Ooh. This is a Berliner style.
I appreciate you having me, but
go ahead, hey LQ, talk that shit, bro.
It's called
Hey,
Island
bro.
Time.
You know I'm gonna bring it to you, man. You know how I feel about the Detroit Lions as an organization. Historically, they just been bad.
Okay, Suge Knight.
I mean, just hey, it is what it is, but it's definitely a good look for Dan Campbell to be on the field with his players, get in their face and be hands on. You always like that, from your head coach or a boss in general in the workplace. So I definitely think that's a plus, but they're still a bad team. So it's like polished shit with glitter sprinkle on top of it. Still
Really
gonna
quick,
be
before we go to Demon J, did you ever advise and maybe Toby could maybe chime in here a little bit because he with the Real Deal crew. Did you ever advise your staff to bite people at the kneecaps? No. I just need to know if this is a leadership tool that I'm missing out on.
HR is calling.
Yeah, you just heard my phone vibrate. That's HR calling, but definitely. Hey man, I think overall it's a good look, for the camp pictures, for people to get all excited. Not even people, for Lions fans, to get excited. It's nothing for us fantasy players. Doesn't mean anything. He can go out there fully uniform, pad up, hit somebody. It really won't change that they're a bad team.
Hey, if head coach Dan Campbell fucking padded up randomly in the middle of a game and just ran out on the field and laid a motherfucker, Bro,
dude, that'd be selling some tickets though. I would buy a ticket
nobody
for
would
when the
be
Lions come to
surprised.
town.
you know
what I mean?
how iconic of a moment that would be? I would never fire him as a head coach. I'd be like, you can lose
For who, though?
every game, bro.
Let's say he hits Swift and lay him out. Then it's like that's
Bro,
awesome. Our star player.
No, imagine it this way: if he runs out and hits someone from the other team, and then he goes back to his team, he's like, "Now that's how you hit somebody."
And then he woke up.
And then he grabs a Kuda by the face mask. And he's like, "Get over here!" Like some Scorpios. Like, bro, I am with the shits. Go ahead, Jay.
Man, I love it. Like, I'm so tired of all the coaches that have the canned answers that don't say anything in the press conferences. This guy's got a personality. As long as the team is buying in, as long as his players are buying in, they don't think it's a joke. Man, I absolutely love it. This dude went on, what's it called? Pardon my take, and said that he wanted a lion on the sideline. He wanted to walk around with an actual lion on a big ass chain.
Mike Tyson shit.
And said that when there was a unit that was screwing up, he would have the lion go take a dump behind them and make him, with the rest of them, have
you train this lion to even do that?
How could you not want this guy as your coach, man? Come on, like
he wants like a lion. Right. He wants like
he looks like the PC principal from South Park. Like, you want this dude, man? Come on. Like the biggest thing is as long as the team is buying in. As long as the team is buying in, why not? The guy has personality. The guy has passion. He wants to win. If it becomes a distraction to the team, that's a different story. But as long as his guys are buying in, man, why would you not?
Bro, he is on a different level than rock, paper, scissors, Nick Sirianni. Like, This is crazy. Like,
he wants to walk around, like Shane said in the chat, like King Ezekiel from The Walking Dead with a lion on the sideline.
That was
that'd be tight though. Like, imagine the other team showing up and like they're not going to throw the ball to that side of the field at all.
Right, exactly.
All the plays are going to be going one way, so the defense is going to, take advantage of that.
You want me to catch a 7 route on the sideline?
That's by the lion.
There's a big old lion dump over there.
I don't know if you've seen it, bro. There's a lion over there.
The lion is trained, okay? Don't you DJ Shark, relax. You're a shark. Remember, you're a shark.
Even if it was a caged lion, that would be awesome. Like, it's up in there.
He said that he asked the owner. Whether he did or not, I don't know. But he said he went to the owner and asked if he can get a pet lion.
If I was a rich owner, I would think about it. Who is it?
You're going to have Peter come after you saying,
no, you can't have one lion. You can have 2 lions, one for each hand.
Bro, that's great marketing. Let's go ahead. Hey, give us a little FTLS for the love of Sunday. I got to do it right. For the love of Sundays.
Oh, there you go. So it's funny. I'm kind of with Jay here where, when you're winning, this shit's cool and it's really funny and it's great when the team morale's up. But it's like, you haven't done anything yet. You haven't proven anything to me yet as a head coach. So I don't know where you get this balls and this confidence and this swagger, but I guess I like it for now. The team might take this morale boost and run with it, but it's going to look real ugly when you're 0-4 and you're wearing a helmet talking about having a lion on the sidelines. Like, you got to win a couple games and then it's really cool. But I like it right now because it's hopefully the team can build off of it, because we all know roster wise, they don't have really, not to stick with the animals, they don't have the horses to really compete. So I think it's right now it's a lot of hype. It's a lot of gimmick shit, but we'll see. We'll absolutely see. I'd rather that than the Bill Belichick approach. You earn the Bill Belichick approach. Dan Campbell hasn't earned that. Like, I don't need to talk to the media. I don't need to prove anything to you. He's like, I'm just hype. I'm happy to be here.
Happy to be a head coach.
Happy to be the head coach. Everything's good right now.
I feel like Dan Campbell is sitting back before he goes to these press conferences. He's like, last year was COVID and I damn near didn't have a job. No one had a job. Yeah. I have a job and I'm about to have fun at that motherfucker.
Fuck hell yeah. If he starts doing it, like if they go off to this 0-4, 0-6 start and he's still doing this shit, then I'm going to be like, all right, stop. Like that's high school stuff. Like, grow up. But right now he's just living it up, being a head coach in the offseason. Like, I'm all for it. I'm totally fine with it. But win a couple games before, and then all of a sudden, if he doesn't figure it out and right that ship and he's still acting goofy, then it's just going to be another sad coach for the Lions, which sucks.
Hey, really quick, just so everyone in the chat
I will go to a bar and watch the game with my wife. So
everyone in the chat, I'm seeing a lot of fellow content creators and fellow fantasy analysts. Make sure you share to your followers that about tonight's sweepstakes, about the SFB 11 spot. I want to make sure that we really, really make somebody's day. We have people with multiple entries. We have people that have, that have followed us on TikTok, Instagram. They've created new accounts. We have people that have posted videos about what charity they're passionate about. Keep telling your followers, hey yo, follow these guys. Hey yo, go view this. I'm taking y'all in the chat and I'm going through. And I'm like, all right, this is who's being active. So let's keep it going, chat. Hey yo, Craig.
Hey, yo, hold on real quick before the next guy. I'm going to go ahead and bounce, guys. It's a date night, so everybody enjoy the rest of your night. And I will actually
happy life, man.
I'll come back. Oh, look, there she's in the back. Everybody cheered. So I'm gonna bounce, but y'all have a great night, and of course I'll probably check it out later if it's something.
What's your wife's take on Dan Campbell before you go?
Oh, what do you think about Dan Campbell? He's the coach for the Lions.
Screw Dan.
There you go. Screw him. All right. Ladies, guys.
Later. Y'all go enjoy it. Bring me another niece. Damn it, he left. Hey, what up, Brian? Hey, go ahead. Hey, Craig, can I borrow your VCR?
I don't have one. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Look, the Lions have to try something. They've just been a laughingstock and bad for so long. You know, like I said, it's exciting now. And you talk about him getting on the field. He has the same build, and he looks almost the same as TJ Hawkinson right now. He could go out there, and no one would know the difference if they swapped the jersey for him and just went out and laid someone out. They're the same height. They're looking the same with the haircut and everything these days. And, you know, they have someone new taking over the head of the team. You know, the daughter of the Fords, the mother had relinquished the rights now. So hopefully this person learned something from her parents just failing constantly as owners of this team. We'll have to see, but I enjoy it for now. It's brought some life into them, and we're talking about the Lions where we probably wouldn't be otherwise. So in that sense, it's good for them. So I like it.
Before we get into Gerson and his take, can we just first off, I'm letting you know now, the Friday references are gonna come all freaking night. So
I'm used to it.
You could tell who knew and who didn't know what you were talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I've heard it for quite a while.
And then second, can you just let the people know what type of throwback jersey you are wearing? Because I'm a huge fan of throwbacks.
I'll have to take these off, but you guys can see the name.
Let's go. Let's do it.
She hate me.
Wow. Wow, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, years ago, these were, it's not authentic, you know, but it's a replica from when they had it back in like 2001. And I needed something to match my signed mini helmet from He Hate Me. So,
dude, the fact that you even have that, man, like
that's phenomenal.
I miss my freaking Allen Iverson McDonald's classic, bro. Oh my gosh. If I didn't know the things that I would have known back in 2003 and like one when we wore throwbacks. Yeah. That if I knew now, if I had just kept that shit like back then I got rid of it because like, oh, this is stupid. We're not wearing baggy clothes no more. Go ahead, Gerson. What's your take, bruh?
Oh man, like I honestly think anything's better than Matt Patricia. I mean, we got to think about players. I mean, in the past that said bad stuff about him. I mean, we got Glover Quinn. He blasted Matt Patricia. He said his attitude and his persona, he's arrogant. I mean, we got Travis. People call him Bocatron. He got cut, and then all of a sudden he thinks he's good, but I don't know. He's all right. And he like just tweeted out like, well, you know. And then Ezekiel Anza, like didn't like him. There was so many players. I mean, so many players. Darius Slay was the biggest one, you know. He said, I was the problem, though. Like, you know, I mean, that culture was just bad when he was there. And what Dan Campbell basically stated out there, he's trying to change the culture. He understands the Detroit persona. And while
he is kind of doing some Kid Rock shit right now, right? He is kind of doing some rock and roll shit right now, right?
I mean, he goes out there with a bar, you know, he can do it. Yeah, you know, like, I mean, American Badass. That's the way he's going to go, you know, American Badass, trying to change the culture. And
how long till Kid Rock is announced as the offensive coordinator?
Oh, my God. Well, I mean, it's like Eminem, you know, you lose yourself in the moment. And that's what he's doing, you know? That's just what he's doing. He's losing himself in the moment. He's just kind of like, hey,
the Detroit references right now.
I got to sell tickets. I got to get these guys motivated. I got to do something, you know? Because we just went from a boring-ass book of Matt Patricia. Now we're going to Dan Campbell. How excited can you get for that? Pretty excited, you know?
It's a movie. It's definitely Hard Knocks level content. Like, I'm here for it. Hey, drop the mic. Give him a reason to drop it like it's hot.
I'm just saying, man, like, I love the signing. Like, and I will say this is the bad part of it, though. I think he's a stepping stone coach, though. You know what I mean? Like, I think for the next 2 or 3 years, he's going to be one of those coaches, like, yeah, hey, you're here for now until we draft our quarterback, until we find out what our team is, all that and everything. I don't think he's the future coach. I think he's just the stepping stone coach. And he knows it. Come on, dude.
I'm with that. I'm with that take. I'm with that. Go ahead, Mike. Drop it like it's hot.
I mean, I think it's a decent hire. I mean, this franchise has been an inept franchise for how many years? I mean, when you have two, I mean, I'm going back, but when you have two Hall of Famers like Barry Sanders and Megatron that don't even want to play for your team and they leave in the prime of their career because your organization in general is so disgusting, I mean, there's a problem. So you bring in a guy that has his own plan, that sings to his own tune. I mean, he's going to press conferences. The next thing he's going to do is he's going to stand up at the mic and say, I am whatever I say I am. And if I wasn't, then why the hell would I say I am?
These Detroit references are killing me. I don't think any city has ever gotten this much love on this show with this many references.
Maybe he'll get a kazoo. I don't know. We're gonna win some ball
Great
games, fellas.
callback. Great callback to the beginning.
Herms, you're gonna have Eminem and Kid Rock in a concert, and you're gonna be in the background with the kazoo.
Exactly. You know, I could bust out some of that. Yeah, just like.
Hey, yo, it's the Rumboyz Friday night show. He's about to go drop his tape. Let's go.
The real shit.
Yo, Obi, go ahead and drop your shake here. Drop your take here on this show. 90s style, Ricky Lake. Let's go. Force.
No, I think Dan Campbell's an interesting human being, but like y'all said, the Lions have been a walking shit show for a while. So, and if worst comes to worst, if he doesn't work out, he can probably still be their third best receiving option at the moment because it's terrible there. So I mean,
it's shit out there for them.
I mean, you could put him in 2 tight end sets with Hawk, and you could just roll with it. I mean,
Can you tweet that right now, please?
Yeah, I'll tweet that right now.
Dan Campbell,
SportsMe, man. Seriously.
He ain't lying though. I mean, it's like their depth chart in front of me. Rashad Perryman is their one right now. Like, ew, that's gross. That's gross going into a season with that. That's bad. Yeah, you got Hawk. I mean, it's funny. I get the Hawk love now. Like, I didn't at first because I didn't like Detroit at all. But then you look at the actual depth chart and the actual pieces, and you're like, it's hard not to like TJ Hawkinson. Like, he's just gonna get 100-something targets, and it's like that's crazy.
Book it, buy it.
It's crazy. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
Shane, he's like, God damn, these men have families. Like, we're just out here. Joke after joke after joke.
One of them's a rookie too. I shouldn't say shit. Hey, I haven't seen anything, so it's like, who knows? But still, it's not pretty.
Hey, sometimes like I wonder about our show. It's like the amount of analytics, but like comedy that also like we bring. I just love that shit, bro. Like we're like I love it. I like that you guys came ready to play. Like, hey, I've heard some shit that like y'all could have your own stand-ups. Like, let's go.
Or a club.
But
I could have been the beatboxing kazoo champion.
Now is a time that we do have to get serious, okay?
Ooh. I don't do well with that.
Yeah.
And I know that right now we all have one. You heard? All right. I know that we all got a guy. The fantasy football fade is one of the most controversial takes that an analyst can ever make because there are people that will definitely 100% disagree with you. More than likely, it's going to be the majority of people out there.
Yeah.
With that being stated, give me 3 players at any position, okay, that you are going to fade this season and why. And we start with Z2 Fantasy.
Let's start with me. All right.
Yep. Give me your 3, and then we pass to the next person. We're just going to popcorn to the next person, snake draft style.
My 3 is Cam Akers, Odell Beckham, and
all right, you're not fired.
Hey, what's the third?
Cam Akers, Odell Beckham, and Joe Burrow.
As soon as you said Cam, I looked straight at LQ.
I understand the other 2. Please explain the first.
Cam Akers. I just think by the time we get into actual like just draft season, he's going to shoot up so high And I don't believe the Rams offensive line got any better. Darrell Henderson is still there. And I just think we saw peak Akers in the playoffs.
Okay.
In my opinion.
I appreciate that. Okay. Right. Yo, the homie Jason said you made it. You made it, bro. On Rumboyz After Hell, yes. Hey, yo, we just show love. Like, thank you for saying that we're a place that, like, hey, Gerson, big up to you, dog. Big up.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Shit, congrats. I didn't know that was like a fucking milestone. Like, I just thought this was a place to get drunk.
No, man. Like, hey,
Ears open.
Jay knows me. Like, honestly, I love coming on shows and everything. Mike knows me, and the thing is, like, to me, it's like this. The community is so great and what's so positive about everything. But your Rumboyz, like, your network is so incredibly like positive, and you just take it to like another level. That's what I'm trying to say.
We're fucking taking sips of beer for that. Let's go. Drinks all around. Mike, drop the mic.
I'm up.
Yep. Yes, sir.
All right. One, I'm fading no matter where he goes. I'm fading Julio Jones. I know that might be. I'm fading Julio.
No, I thought that was I thought Mike got kicked out. I was like, damn, Rob. I'm
gonna get yelled at right now. No, I'm gonna get yelled at right now, and I know it. Robert Woods.
Oh, come on, Mike, please.
Come on.
Wow. All right. Let me hear the third before you give your reasoning.
T. Higgins.
What?
I can see that. I can see Julio. I can see T. Higgins. I need the explanation for your middle.
I think it's
just having a moment.
I think it's going to be Higbee and Cooper Kupp all day long this year, and I think Woods is going to be the one that's going to lose out. I don't think he's going to do bad.
I might leave after the Higbee talk.
I think Kupp and Higbee are going to be the two main guys.
So really quick, Mike, before we go into Gerst's take, do you want this? Because I think you may need it more than me.
I'll go get an edible.
Hey, go ahead, G. Talk that shit, bro.
I think I'm gonna say it because nobody else wants to say it because apparently this guy is more expensive than a fucking Bitcoin. It's Kyle Pitt, dude. I'm fading to that.
Oh! We got a rookie fade. All right.
Yeah,
Give me the other two.
You know what? Here's the way I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna fade him in redraft, and I'm gonna fade him in dynasty because his dynasty value is too damn high. Like honestly, if I have to draft Kyle Pitt top 5, okay, I'll do it. But I'm gonna trade his ass to get that value.
Okay. I'm with that.
The other guy is, and it hurts me saying this, but. And G-Man, just make sure you're not drinking anything. I'm starting to trend LaVisca Chenault.
Oh, get out of here. Leave. You are not welcome here.
How you going to fade a guy that late in the draft? How you going to fade a free player?
Fire in the booth.
I'll be honest with you. As high as his ADP is getting, I might be there with you.
I'm a fan of him. I love him. I love his talent in Colorado. Like, trust me, he dominated the University of Utah youth fan here. But, like, the thing is, his ADP, and then now we got Urban Meyer saying, I don't like DJ Shark tape. I don't like this. I don't like that. But guess what? I like Travis Etienne as a wide receiver. Like, I don't know what the hell he's doing anymore.
I feel that.
What the hell? The other guy I'm fading is Chase Edmonds. I'm done. Like
okay.
Look at what he's done in his career. Does anything scream like, oh, he's a great running back? No, because they went and got James Conner. I mean, I was surprised that the Cardinals signed him. I thought they were going to draft a running back, but then they went and go and signed him, and they didn't even like honestly, they didn't have that many draft picks, and I was like, okay. Let's see what they do. And they signed James Conner, which everybody nobody wants them no more. But I like James Conner over Chase Edmonds. I just don't see the Chase Edmonds talent. I've seen what he's done in limited carries and all that. I'm going to pass on him.
All right. Hey, Craig, go ahead, bro. I didn't have a reference right then, but don't worry. I'm going to have one while you're doing your take. I'm going to call with some
shit. All right. So I'm going to piggyback off of one of those. For this year, I'm down on Trevor Lawrence from where a lot of people have him. I just don't trust Urban Meyer as far as I can throw him, which isn't far at all. And trusting a rookie to begin with, There's always risk involved in that. And I just see people having them way higher than I do in the rankings. And then the other two, because I mainly do IDP, I'm going to throw a couple of those at you guys.
Yeah.
For my Cowboys, I'm fading Jalen Smith. They've made it clear that they want to completely remake that linebacker core. And you can still get something good for him in most leagues because I don't think there's a lot of people that only look at the now. But going forward in a couple of years, I don't see him starting for that team. And depending on if his play doesn't improve, he might not be starting anywhere. And then if I'm going after my Cowboys, I have to go after your Giants, G-Men, Jabril Peppers. And it's not because I don't like them, but they've improved that secondary enough over last year. And the guys that they had last year playing when he was hurt played well enough that I just don't see the value where he's being drafted as a top 10 safety. So.
Hell yeah. I like that you tossed in that IDP shit, bro.
Yeah.
Let's go, bro. Let's go.
That's my main focus. I mean, no one comes to listen to me talk about offense.
That's why it's Friday, and we're all fantasy analysts, and we all got jobs.
That's a great Pennywise impression there, Herms. I like that through the kazoo.
I got you.
Go ahead, Bats. You up to bat.
So I'm going to kind of cheat and double dip here. I'm going to say, Aaron Jones and Devontae Adams are two guys that I'm trying to fade. They're super early. To me, guys that you fade are early on that can really burn you. And so, I think that there's variance there. You're taking Aaron Jones as a top 8, top 7 guy. Like he could easily be in the high teens, and that's fine. If Aaron Rodgers doesn't play, I am in the camp that I don't think Aaron Rodgers plays for Green Bay Packers. So I'm trying to take away anything in that offense. So double dip with those two. And then another one is an old guy who's kind of at that age is Melvin Gordon. I'm kind of fading Melvin Gordon everywhere and anywhere because I don't believe in that offense. I don't believe in what Drew Lock's going to do. And touchdown upside is where that guy lives. He doesn't have it in him anymore to break off big plays. He doesn't have it in him anymore to really rip off chunks. So he needs to get touchdowns to be fantasy relevant. And I don't see him being this touchdown monster, even if it is a 50-50 workload. And I think, Javonte Williams is going to take that over sooner rather than later. So
I'm with that.
That's those are three guys that to me seem like easy fades. I'm going to the next season.
I don't even have any.
Sorry, I know I'm going so easy, vanilla guys.
But me and you, we've also known each other for like 3 years. We played in leagues for 2 out of those 3. So I'm I expect that. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's a very J Pats that's consistency. I've known you for this long, and that's not changed. G-Man J.
Good to know.
The first guy that popped into my head, LQ already knows where I'm going. We have been fading this guy since last year. Most people say there's somewhere that I'll take this guy. When he becomes a value, there's not a single chance on God's green earth I will ever take Tyler Higbee. I will not have him on a single team. People went so nuts over that 4-game period. He's not that good. Other two guys, these might be a little more controversial. James Robinson, he was, it was all about volume with him last year. If you look at his numbers, he was not efficient. He had a 62% snap count, which was a 6th in total rushing attempts, but his true yards per carry was 4.3. He was number 32 behind, listen to this, Wayne Gallman, Samaje Perine, and Ty Johnson.
What a group.
Yeah. So I want no part of him where he's going. He's currently going as the 14th running back off the board, ahead of guys like Joe Mixon, Dobbins, Miles Sanders, Chris Carson, CEH, DeAndre Swift. This is all according to fantasy data. I would take every single one of those guys over him. And then the third one, you guys might hate on me a little bit for, but Derrick Henry. I don't want Derrick Henry this year. And I know I play a little safer when it comes to guys like that. I would rather be out a year too early than a year too late. The bottom's going to fall out eventually. He can't continue to take this beating and take these carries. He's got over 1,200 carries in his career already. People forget he's become a monster these past couple of years, but this is his 6th year in the league, I believe. The draft capital you have to use on him, I'm just not comfortable. It's eventually going to come crashing down, and I don't want to be left holding the bag.
Well, I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with that. With that tape. Before we get into LQ, I'll go ahead and let his colleague go. Let our colleague go. Z2.
What was the question?
Three guys that you are fading. Or did you already?
He went
Yeah,
first.
I started.
Oh, but you dropped off. Okay, that's
My Wi-Fi crashed. I just got it back.
Hey, shit, things like this can occur in the field, bro. We out here.
I switched. I switched the whole computer.
Oh, good, man. Hey, I'm a big stepper. Don't worry, man. We got this.
My power went out 10 minutes before. I was like, damn it.
Real deal. Go ahead. Let's go.
Oh, I'm bringing the heat. This question is very, very good because I get really excited. So, DeAndre Swift is my first guy I'm fading. That's obvious. Brandon Cooks and David Montgomery. Now,
that was the other guy I was going to say too for Montgomery.
I'm gonna give you a reason on David Montgomery. I really feel like Matt Nagy likes to get cute. We don't know what he's gonna be doing week to week. People are drafting David Montgomery to be this solid value RB2, but then you have them signing Damian Williams. Why are they in any business looking for another running back to sign when Monty just went off those last 6 weeks, right? Against very bad defenses. So therefore, that's why the upside's there where everybody's like, oh, recency bias. Oh my God, great schedule. Oh, I'm gonna draft him as my RB2. Yeah, Tariq Cohen's back as well. So all that PPR upside, not there, buddy. So you're going to be looking at probably RB22 this season. You're going to be drafting them probably in the third round, late third round, fourth round. You're going to be looking stupid because you're probably going to fade running backs until probably like the fifth round, sixth round. And then you end up with a Melvin Gordon. So, yeah, that's why I'm fading Monty. So Brandon Cooks is obvious, Watson not there. We've seen Brandon Cooks play with Jared Goff and probably the best offense he's probably ever going to play in ever again in 2018. We saw him play with Drew Brees. We saw him play with Tom Brady. So you're telling me he's going to play with who?
Tariq Cohen is shorter than Jay. He won't last. Fuck. Hey, that's why I love our chat. That's why we have the best damn chat in the whole damn industry of all sports, not just fantasy. Fuck fantasy. All sports.
That, Jay.
It's Shane. It's all right. If he would show up to Canton, then maybe he could talk, but he's not going to show up.
What's the last one? Go ahead. Go ahead.
One thing I did want to add with LQ, what he said too, people aren't thinking about with Monty is once Justin Fields gets in there, he's going to take away some of those red zone carries. So that's
Damian Williams for the MVP of the Super Bowl. Let's not forget that. Damian Williams is a good running back, just like we saw him in the Super Bowl. So therefore, him signing to the Bears, you think he's not going to get any touches? We want Monty to have max touches. To be honest, how I play fantasy,
what up, Husker BKB?
My RB1 and RB2 are going to be guys that are going to get at least 15 to 20 touches. That's max touches. I see Monty probably getting less than 200 touches this season with Damian Williams there and Tariq Cohen. That's just my
I was gonna say, did Tariq Cohen die? Like, I know he's short, but like he's still there. We know that, right?
Yep.
He's still there. All right. So that's all yours.
Mm-hmm. I'm not talking on Swift no more. I'm not talking until.
Yeah. I did enough of that on TikTok. Go ahead, Herms.
All right. Well, it's a repeat answer, but I'm gonna go ahead and pile on the whole Cam Akers thing because look, the two games he did super well were both nationally televised, which I think has a lot to do with how his perception or whatever. Because if you're exposed to that large of an audience and you do that, whatever. Okay, so there's a little bit of bias in that. That's point one, and then point two on him or whatever is dude, I don't know from.
You're right.
Take away, yes, it's me nitpicking, and so it's well, if you take away the good games, yes, he still had the good games, but otherwise, he produced.
Brian, watch my TikTok and find out. I love that comment right there.
Yeah, but I don't know, he put up solid RB2 numbers. I have him projected as a solid RB2. I have it currently ranked as my RB16. I don't think that's insulting, considering from week 11 on last year, he achieved RB 18. So it's it's right along in there. Plus, bringing in Matthew Stafford, I kind of feel like they're trying to air that shit out, my G. I don't know. I don't know. Darrell Henderson's not bad at catching the ball. Honestly, so here's the thing: Cam Akers' value is going to come down to his involvement in the passing game. I guess that's really what. Well, at least in terms of finishing as an RB1. That's just whatever. I already said too much about it. Whatever. It's annoying.
Who else you got?
We always talk about it. Okay, so aside from that, Justin Herbert, no. And then after that, who do I have really low? Damn, dude. I don't know.
You got rankings. You got rankings.
I got him right. No, I got him right in front of me. It's just that like
I love that. I love
dude.
that.
I did get not to brag, but I got a sneak peek of Herm's rankings. I'm just saying, but just want to throw that out there.
Coming soon to the lateral. What's up? But
Not a big deal.
actually, you know, I'm lower on TJ Hawkinson. I think maybe a little bit. You know, so
I like that.
I guess just because like here's the thing with like yes,
that's
like,
right. E.
You know, we've already piled on the Lions enough on this show, but like you know, if we're actually gonna put like analysis on it, like I mean, like Goff.
Dan Campbell, it's too much new. It's just too much new in Detroit. It's just too much new.
Dan Campbell's gonna come after you right now.
That's fine. I don't know. He can have my kneecaps. They're in terrible shape anyway. like, I don't know.
That's all that he's gonna go for.
I got old ass knees, and I turn. You know, I'll be 26 on Sunday, but my knees do not feel that young.
Fucking chihuahua.
But like,
you heard it here first.
I don't know, but like the Anthony Lynn offense is going to be so fucking run heavy to the point where like I don't know, like yes, like could a significant amount of the target share go to Hawkinson? Sure, I guess, but at the same time, I don't expect the passing volume to be that high. So it's just
they don't have a defense.
Yeah, like
I just don't have a defense.
So mine are going to be completely different. Mine are going to be completely different. And if you guys do follow me on the TikTok, you already know this.
Mm-hmm.
J.K. Dobbins.
Yes, I was just about to fucking say that.
Jonathan Taylor.
Maybe.
That makes me nervous.
I'm nervous because of the Marlon Mack, the Naeem Hines. Like it's just
It's Frank Wright. That's literally what it is. It's Frank Wright doesn't care about
exactly. Yeah, Frank Wright. And then of course we've all piled on, but DeAndre Swift. So I'm trading all of my Swift shares. I am buying JK, but then immediately after draft, moving him. And I'm doing the same thing with Swift. I won't buy them at their ADP, but if they fall to me, I'll take them and I'm immediately moving them for other pieces. And you guys can take that trade advice and do what you will with it. I will say this: make sure that you are selling your packages with finesse. Make sure you are wording things you're wording things properly. I will keep referring back to the last trade that I just recently did, that Jamal Williams, Baker Mayfield, OBJ. I still, to this day, I feel like that is one of my favorite trades I've ever done because I don't regret any piece of that in order for me to acquire Cam Akers, who I'm actually high on. So
you're welcome for that, by the way. That was after I dropped that on SportsMe, so you made that move. So bought a dip.
We did. Yeah. Hey, that's why you need to be on the SportsMe app. Guys, get on the SportsMe app for real, because that's where we're gonna a lot of the analysts we're gonna start giving you guys. We're gonna start giving you guys quick fantasy analytics. We're gonna start helping you guys quick advice. Ask your question, and we're gonna start just boom, boom, boom. Really quick, we're gonna get into. Let me see if we can get into this next topic and squeeze it in before halftime. I think that we could easily do this because it's just a rank 'em. So like everyone can just go boom, 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 boom. We're gonna start off with Herms, fantasy football tight end, rank them. I'll give you 3 players to rank, and you rank them from most to least desirable in your personal opinion for your team. And we're doing tight ends, which we haven't done in like forever here on the show. Dallas Goedert, TJ Hawkinson, and Noah Fant.
I have it in the inverse order of which you just named them. So
so you're going Fant, Hawkinson, Goddard?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Although I will say the gap. Wow, words are hard. The gap between Wow, I'm an idiot. Okay, so the gap between Hawkinson and Goddard really isn't like that big for me, to be perfectly honest. But I don't know, dude. I mean, like I have my rankings pulled up in front of me right now, dude. Like I got my Noah Fant at like tight end 4, dude. I'm with it. All right. So
okay. Let's go. LQ. Rank 'em.
I'm going Dallas Goedert. I'm going Hawk, and then I'm going Fant. I don't believe in that Denver offense at all. I really like Fant to be able to get the volume, but Fant doesn't bring touchdowns. He's not good at scoring touchdowns. It's not him really. It's just QB that they still don't have. I don't believe in Teddy Bridgewater either to score touchdowns because he doesn't score touchdowns. That's what it is. So I definitely think Dallas Goedert's probably in the best situation out of all those. I would say tight ends in your ranking, but yeah, there's that.
I love our chat. Our chat's so funny, and then you could also like get like other Rumboyz analytics in the chat. Like like it's awesome. I love it. I love it. Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead. Talk your shit.
If we're talking right now, today, the way things are, I'm going Hawk, Goddard, then Fant. If Aaron Rodgers winds up going to Denver, Fant jumps to the top of this list. I don't trust, like Elke said, I don't trust Locke. I don't trust Bridgewater to be able to support an offense that has that many viable fantasy options. You got Judy, you got Cortland Sutton, you got KJ Hamler. Those guys aren't going to be able to support all of them. Aaron Rodgers can, but not Bridgewater, not Locke. And if Ertz does move on, I might wind up jumping Goddard to the top of this as well. But right now, Hawkinson is in line for so much volume. They got bums at wide receiver. Rashad Perryman, Quintez Cephas, like those are your number ones.
It's so hard to hide my reaction to his take because you can tell that I like it.
So for me, that right now that's what it is.
Okay, man, my own heart. I don't have it in that exact order, but you said some shit there that I'm not going to say exactly what. But yeah, go ahead, go ahead for the love of Sunday.
So I'm actually the same as Jay. I got Hawk, Goddard, Fant. It to me, it's just until we figure out what's going on with Zach Ertz, it's just going to make things muddy. So if Zach Ertz was gone, then it'd be close. It might be Goddard over Hawk, but as of right now, it's Hawkinson, Goddard, Fant.
I am loving our chat. Our chat is on fire. Like, everyone has like a different opinion. Like it's so great. Like because like it's so many smart people sharing the same opinion, like or sharing different opinions, like respectfully. Like fucking great. I love this show. Craig, go ahead.
Well, we got a tic-tac-toe with the board on here because we got 3 in a row for that same set. I like Hawk with just the situation is in just the pure volume with the pass catchers we just talked about. Goddard is sort of the same thing. It really sounds like Ertz is just not going to be there in the end. But even if he is, Goddard has been productive with him where we haven't seen that with Fant being as productive when they have healthy pass catchers there with that quarterback situation in Denver.
Damn. All righty. Hey, G, switch your game, talk your shit.
I'm so disappointed in all you guys. Like, well, mainly Herm. Like, I love what you do, bro. But Hawk is on another level here. Like, we talking about what tight end by committee right now with Fant because we don't know what Fant really is. Like, with Drew Lock, he ain't shit. With Aaron Rodgers, he's something. But then we're talking about Dallas Goedert with Ertz. Okay, they're gonna do a committee. But now we got Hawk. They ain't got no defense. They ain't what Quentin Cephas. What? I know Nate right now. Nate Williams, big fan of Arona. How do you pronounce it? Arona St. Brown? Like yeah.
But cool.
Amon Ra.
Don't forget
Amon Ra. You gotta say it like you're in the fucking deserts of Egypt. Amon Ra. Bro, when I'm calling play-by-play this season, you're gonna hear a lot of every time it's Amon Ra.
I can say it in Spanish. Amon Ra St. Brown. But that's the thing though. Like, dude, he's gonna get so many freaking targets in this offense because that defense is not gonna be good. And that offense, guess what? Maybe if Jared Goff. He's not good. He's going to throw an interception. They're going to have to go right back to him, and they're just going to get target. I love Hawkinson this year. I have him as a top 4 tight end.
Herm, hit the kazoo while Robbie's doing that. We got a jam.
Oh my god!
G-Man Jay, he got a good point though. This could quickly flip in many ways. This ranking can quickly flip in many ways. Because Noah Fant talented with Aaron Rodgers, of course. I still always think that Dallas Goedert in those rankings will always be last. I mean, let's just say Aaron Rodgers does get traded to the Broncos.
Bogart just in time in the chat. Congrats to Bogey. We're about to get into a shot here after these next two panelists. We actually have today's music video provided by Bogart Scott Free because he's not here, so we had to make sure that he is still here. Notice how I just bring out surprise out of nowhere and no one ever knows what the fuck I'm doing? I just do shit.
So we're canceling the Kazoo halftime show. Is that we're not?
Oh no, you'll still play Kazoo at some point.
Okay.
And then on the other side of halftime, we're still going to give away the SFB 11 spot. So after these last two panelists, make sure that you're still commenting in the chat. Make sure you're still sharing the content on everywhere and anywhere that you can. Let's go. Because I'm about to check my notifications. I'm about to look at who's been doing what. Yeah. Drop the mic. FF. Drop it.
All right. Everyone has said a bunch. I'm just going to keep it simple. To me, there's no way that Gerson's wrong on this one. Hawk is number one on this list. To me, it goes Hawk, Fant, then Goddard. I do agree with Jay that things could change a little bit with if Aaron Rodgers does end up in Denver. But with all the volume the Hawk is going to get, to me, it's Hawk, Fant, and then Goddard. I have Hawk right now, just like Gerson, at tight end 4.
Oh, yeah. By the way, we're not doing a fucking drum roll for the winner when it's announced, okay? We are going to do a damn kazoo roll here on this show. Why? Because we're pirates, and pirates do whatever they want. Pirate gang, baby. Let's go. Man, we're insane.
Who invited me?
You work here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You work here. Like, you live here. Like,
I'm sorry. I always forget. It's so hard to keep track of everything.
Robert, you swimming over there?
Rolling in the deep.
That's going to get clipped right there.
It's Z2's turn.
I got Hawk, Fant, Goddard, and Dan Campbell as tight end 4.
What a great callback.
Toby.
This is going to be our most rewatched show on YouTube ever, guaranteed. I know that we're all going to be going through for clips like that's going on TikTok, that's going on Instagram. That's a fleet right there. Twitter, here we go.
All we need is a helmet. All we need is a helmet. And Hearn's getting his knee bitten off.
If you need a helmet, I got a helmet right here. So I mean,
put it on
if we need to.
Do it.
I won't be able to. Here we go. I can't hear. Hold on.
He looks like a 14-year-old Eli Manning.
There's no padding in there, so.
I know that shit hurt, huh?
That's painful.
Like the movie Little Giants. Y'all remember that? Little Giants?
Yeah.
Yo, freaking Shane, put the helmet on, Jay. By the way, really quick, one of the beautiful things about our chat is like I can recognize like when people are like just like having a good time, like getting to know each other. I want to shout out this little like bromance that kind of just got created in the chat.
Oh, Shane's my boy.
Bro, it's Shane and Ping. And like they are just like their jokes are just bad. Like I don't know if they're human, like if they know each other previous to this or anything. I want to see these two together on the SportsMe app, just like like just going back and forth because they are comedic gold, bro.
Shane would be good on SportsMe. He needs to get on there.
Oh gosh, it is built for his personality. Like I'm just seeing him in the chat, and I'm like, yo, Husker. I don't know if he's new, man, but I'm happy to have him here. I hope that you subscribe and you join the community. A lot of giveaways and a lot of shit's about to be happening here. Like I would use a lot of kazoos. I would use the word like months, but like that's such a wrong timetable. Like we're about to have a lot of shit popping off like weeks and like days. Like we're on like practically every day out of the fucking week, and we're about to get back into the full swing of like our in-season content, like come July. So y'all get ready. Q&As are coming. Q&A Wednesdays are coming back. As soon as the season kicks off, waiver wire Wednesdays will actually be kicking off in preseason because we're going to be telling you who to watch list, all that stuff, because we're going to be breaking down film, baby. We're going to break down film, well, to the best of our ability because YouTube sucks and they're going to copyright us if I show you the tape.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but YouTube does not like to give me money. But yeah, we're about to get into halftime. I'm going to give you guys my 3 tight ends out of this grouping really quick, and I'm going to go Goddard, Hawkinson fan. Two of these guys I interviewed, and just when Hawkinson walked in the room, he took up a whole doorway, and just I've never met a human being that possibly eats sequoia trees for motherfucking breakfast. All right. But it's such a nice dude. Like, he's like a huge teddy bear. Like, he even told me straight up, he was like, yeah, everyone looks at me that way. And I'm like, can you blame them? Look at you. You are a monolith. So yeah. But and then Noah Fant, like just like an awesome comedic dude. Fucking love Noah Fant. Hey, Alberto, don't worry. Komet Talk will be coming. I will be getting to see that drum very soon. Don't worry. But yeah, and then Goddard, I'm gonna be honest, PFF kind of helped sway me that way with the projection of Ertz leaving, and I'm a believer that Ertz is leaving to Buffalo, baby. So that's gonna be more spicy. That's gonna be more spicy than the Buffalo wings.
I think he's gonna wind up in Indy. I think he's gonna reunite with Wentz.
I like that. I don't mind that. Before halftime, when you talk about giveaway ideas, don't worry, there's gonna be plenty of giveaway ideas. First things first, though, we're gonna give away a SFB 11 spot. Because of tonight's show, I have a little bit of twist that's gonna happen after this halftime. First things first, music video, then a word from our sponsors. Herm's gonna play the kazoo for a little bit after that, and then we got winners. All right, this is the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. This your Friday night hangout, chill out spot. Let's get into this music video by the homie Bogart Scott Free. And we are gonna play, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna go ahead and play this joint. This is a party joint right here.
What's up in that Scott? Look, I don't play sports, but you better give me room on the court. You know the kid, throw the ball, of course. Scott Free, call me Scott for short. Still waiting on the main course. All men still following the same course. The road's rough, but I'm smooth, I ain't course. So slick, I can switch, I can put a fork. Young Stallone, you know I'm sliding. Bogart.
From the pedigree, I ain't counting no sheep. I'm counting cheese like a skater, I'm grinding. One track minded. On my mind.
Told me cash was everything around me. Smoke that weed, like that tree. Get your dough, spit your flow. Can't fuck with the earth product, yo.
six man Iggy, dollar getting dollars, nonsense. Stay bent, making deposits, fly with.
Studios.
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a monkey knife fight.
And one day, they met one team partners in the NFLPA.
It's a match made in the pits of a monkey knife fight.
And everyone lived happily ever after.
Are you listening? This is big.
What is a monkey knife fight?
You know, it's thing monkeys, knives, you get it. Fantasy sports is monkey knife fight. And monkey knife fight is fantasy sports.
Monkey knife fight is daily fantasy.
Monkey knife fight in the house.
I am Monkey Knife Fight. You are Monkey Knife Fight. We are all Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey knife fight.
You have the NFLPA behind the company.
It's exciting for me to be a part of fantasy sports.
When I think of fantasy sports, I think of beating all my buddies year in and year out and being able to brag about it.
We're not just partners in it.
We're owners.
And it feels awesome to be an owner.
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
We've been saving you a seat at the table, monkey knife fight.
Welcome to the one team and NFLPA family.
Monkey knife fight. Welcome to the family, monkey knife fight.
Welcome to the game, Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey knife fight!
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
Monkey knife fight! Monkey knife fight, monkey knife fight, monkey knife fight, monkey knife.
TikTok, what's good? It's your boy Rumboyz Robbie of the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Join Who's for Sleeper Wire, Steffi Smalls, Eat Sleep Fantasy, and many more for the biggest, wildest fantasy football live draft party ever thrown on the face of the planet. That's right, y'all. I want y'all to join me at the Fantasy Football Expo in Canton, Ohio. It's going to be litty. I'm giving away one free ticket to one lucky fantasy football player out there to join me and party with the Rumboyz on draft night out. You're going to get the draft, enjoy some drinks, meet some of the industry's top analysts and everything. Also giving away 5 free raffle tickets for our NFL memorabilia giveaway. We talking cards, jerseys, helmets, all good. Let's go. To purchase a ticket, get on over to draftnightout.com. Tickets going like crazy, so don't miss out. Don't be late. And for more Rumboyz action, get your tickets for the Fantasy Football Expo. Dilly. Ladies and gentlemen, draft night out, Canton, Ohio. It is going down at the Fantasy Football Expo. We are going to be at a brewery right near the location of the Fantasy Football Expo. So make sure you guys get your tickets right now. Tickets are on sale for $30. Also, I am going to be giving, even if you have already bought a ticket, okay, you can still get in. All right, I'm going to have details coming soon. Once again, like the commercial said, I am giving away a free spot for someone else to attend, and you get to party with me. You get to do everything, and you know that I'm gonna be doing. You're gonna be a part of the Rumboyz Fantasy Network.
I'll be there. LQ will be there.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. LQ's gonna be there. Herm's gonna be there.
Herm's gonna be there too.
Yeah, everybody's gonna be there. Get your tickets for draft night out. Tickets are going fast. We have already leaked some of the memorabilia items. We have autographed Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray helmets, and many more items to get raffled away. I am also giving away raffle tickets. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Herms, take it away.
You sound like a mix of Fergie and Jesus right now.
One time. Two times.
With his
Oh my Christ! I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. That was really funny. It's really funny. Every bit of the kazoo was drunk.
You know it's hilarious when Herms can't even keep his composure because Herms can't keep his composure.
Yeah, my mom just came in my room and asked, "Why the fuck am I listening to it?"
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
Hey, that halftime performance deserves a fucking shot.
Hey, it
Yeah,
does.
100%.
Hey, before
And
we
it's the
get into
Bogart's
drum
little
roll-
girls, right?
Hey,
Yes,
before we
she
get
is
into the drum roll, hey, really quick, Shane, to answer your question about SportsMe, I can't find the comment. Oh, it's right here. Just download the app, type it the fuck in, find out. We gotta go ahead and just ceremoniously before we get into the drum roll, the kazoo roll, ladies and gentlemen.
Kazoo roll.
Cheers to me. Cheers to you.
To you.
All the Rumboyz girls want to do. Dilly dilly. Let's go.
That's better than Janet Jackson. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Herms with the kazoo roll, please.
Sounds like a vibrator.
Calm down, Herms. Calm down.
A kazoo roll is real suspect. Never heard of it.
It's sensual.
It's really funny.
That just
Gets
sounds
the people going.
That sounds like Buck are definitely about to fuck, bro. Like that sounds like
Kazoo's going wild.
Duncan
Coming this fall to NBC.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead. We are also doing something different here. I wish I could pick more than just one person to win the SFB 11 spot. I cannot. Okay. So there are more spots for this one other specific giveaway that are going to be announced. It's not the giveaway that was announced on a commercial. Surprise, surprise. I am simultaneously also going to give away a spot in the Rumboyz Fantasy Network Charity Football League. Okay, so I'm gonna pick one of you. Well, I'm gonna give away two. I'm gonna give away two.
Generous tonight.
I'm feeling
This
generous.
is incredible.
All right. So first, we're gonna announce the SFB 11. Two of you are gonna get to compete against the industry's best of the best for a charity of your choice against chosen analysts by the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Who knows? It's probably going to be some of these guys. And I'm sure after seeing their face for a fucking hour, you want to kick their ass.
Robbie, you got to put up J-Love's last comment real quick.
He said that shit sound like a fucking dodo bird about the night. Before you throw it away, just a reminder, my body is limber. Ladies and gentlemen, for the SFB 11 giveaway, the winner for the one and only spot for the SFB 11 giveaway, all the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. This man is a young analyst. He is killing it from fucking Instagram, TikTok. He follows us on every motherfucking social media. He put a video stating that he is fighting for his brother, or speaking out, for mental health awareness and autism speaks, so on and so forth. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to announce the winner, my brother, my young brother, Mr. E on the mic.
Ooh.
Let's go. It's all up. Hey, the man is 19, bro, and he has been, grinding the last year. Came up during the quarantine. and worked his ass off as a creator. Had me on the show a while ago, and motherfucker, I gotta give some love. We are also going to give away 2 spots for the Rumboyz Fantasy Network charity leagues. I'm sorry. He's 20 now. He's 20 now. When I met the young man, he was 19. And just keep grinding, bro. Just keep doing your shit. Keep doing your thing.
Sure.
All right. The first, all right, to get in to the run, I need you to DM me at Rumboyz Robbie, all right, on Twitter, so that I can go ahead and get your information, get your sleeper information, and add you up and everything. All right. The league is going to be created next week, June 14th, on my birthday. The first charity league. There's going to be a lot of them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, Brian Garland. Let's go.
I think that dodo bird just died.
Dodo bird just died.
After it noted.
Hey.
That's my guy, Brian. He's a good dude.
And then final spot. All right, I'm giving away 2. All right, I already gave away 1 for the Rumboyz Fans Network Charity League. There's going to be more of these to come, so make sure you guys are tuning in to not just Rumboyz After Dark, but all of our shows, because all of our other analysts are going to get the same liberty to give away spots. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with the next spot for the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this one to Periscope, because not only can you win if you view us on Twitter, but you can also win by sharing and showing love on or on YouTube, but you can also win by showing love on Twitter. Fantasy Football Shane Big.
My dude.
I can't wait to play against Shane. I can't wait.
I know John's just licking his chops. He's like, all
Yeah,
we're
it's gonna be fun.
He's like, all we're announcing is fresh meat. That's all it is for these guys. These guys sitting back here on the panel are like, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our giveaways. Hopefully y'all stick around for the rest of the show, because we got some entertaining topics and also some serious shit that we're going to discuss as well.
Mm-hmm.
Starting off with the homie, we're going to start off at the bottom of the map. Z2 Fantasy kick us off right here. Stephon Diggs restructured his contract this week, leading many to speculate whether or not the Bills will be bringing in Zach Ertz or Julio Jones. Who do you think is the best fit as a weapon for Josh Allen, and why?
I would have to say Zach Ertz, just because I think the Bills want to start turning Josh Allen and protecting him, because he runs so much, and it just gives him more of a safety blanket. And we've seen that Dawson Knox can't be that for him underneath. And Cole Beasley's also getting a little bit older as well. So having a good safety blanket underneath, like a Zach Ertz, will be more beneficial than a Julio Jones. And I'm not knocking Julio Jones, but just for the system that the Bills run, I think they need that dominant tight end just to push their offense even further. Because Josh Allen last year, even though he had a great season, there was a stat I read that there is 23 passes that he threw that should have been picked off. And that's because I think he was trying to force the ball deeper down the field to John Brown, Stephon Diggs, because he didn't have that tight end presence underneath on those third and shorts and stuff. So I think Zach Ertz would be the best out of the 2.
Hell yeah. Bro, really quick, man. I love how there's just a lot of positivity in the chat, and even when LQ had to bounce, go chill. There's just a lot of love, even backstage in the private chat in the green room. Much love to everyone here on the panel and all y'all viewing, man. Y'all are the shit. Hey, Mike, go ahead, man. You know what to do.
I agree with Z2 over there. I think Ertz is the better fit. To me, Dawson Knox is just a jag, just another guy. They need somebody that can run those intermediate routes, and Ertz still has it in him to do it. Julio still has a little bit left, but I think they still have pieces there that are okay without Julio. I mean, they still have Gabriel. I'm high on Gabriel Davis. I'm not super high, but I think he can be good. You got him, Beasley, you got Diggs. Ertz is a guy that they need, but I agree with Jay, what he mentioned earlier. even though Ertz is the fit, I think Ertz is going to end up back with Wentz in Indianapolis.
Hell yeah. All right. Go ahead, G.
Oh, man. I'm just going to take talent, you know?
Okay.
Julio Jones, like, he's a Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer, in my opinion. I hope.
He is.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody agrees on that. I mean, Zach Ertz, I mean, yeah, he's a good, tight end 2 if he goes there. I mean, maybe like a tight end 1 high end, but like to me is this. You can never have too many weapons. That's it. This is the NFL. This is the high passing offense. Like that's what it has been over the last 5-7 years now. It's just when Kansas City saying, "Hey, we're just gonna pass the ball 35 freaking times and we don't care." When the Cowboys are saying, "We're just gonna pass the ball 40 times, we don't care." When the Pittsburgh Steelers, who everybody thought is a running team, gonna pass the ball 40 times with a broken ass Ben Roethlisberger, and even though he had an okay season, people actually think he sucked, but he's okay. But I mean, it's just a passing league. Like Julio Jones is so much talented as Zach Ertz. That's just I don't get how that's even close.
Oh yeah, okay, all right, Craig.
Yeah, I'm going with Julio here too. I mean, Julio's the better talent. They're both about the same age. And Josh Allen just doesn't throw to the tight end in general. Now, maybe that's a part of who they have there. But, 10% of his passes last year were completed to tight ends. He's just not throwing. We know that he loves Diggs. And if you're going to put Julio across from Diggs, someone else that's going to command attention, that's going to open up that underneath stuff for Emmanuel Sanders and Cole Beasley, who can do that in place of a tight end. So you throw 4 wide receivers out there, even if someone gets hurt, there's Gabriel Davis, like was mentioned. They don't need to throw to a tight end. They can keep someone in that can block to protect him even more. That way he isn't getting hurt. So I'm going with the better talent as well, which is Julio for me.
Okay. Hey, G, I don't think I what the chat's telling you, man. The chat told you to stop babysitting and stop playing.
I will say, I will vouch for G. I watched the show where, how many beers did you drink in that one show? Oh, you're on mute, G. I think he had like a full case in less than an hour.
That's impressive.
It was pretty impressive.
Here we go. For the Rumboy Network, for the show, for all the boys here. Cheers.
Dilly.
I'm trying to start off more. Let's go.
Yeah, no. So it's interesting. I think the Bills are in a weird position where either one is gravy at this point. Like their roster is good enough that anyone they add at this point is going to be a luxury. And who's going to be the bigger luxury? It's like I think Julio Jones is a bigger luxury than Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz at this point in his career is fine. He's a good piece, but he's not a massive step up over Dawson Knox. But you add Julio Jones, that's a massive step up over Emmanuel Sanders. Like that's huge. So to me, either add Buffalo Bills are good enough to win the division and make a run in the playoffs regardless. So at this point, I'm swinging for the fence, and if I can get 1 year max production Julio Jones, that's worth it. I'm shooting for a Super Bowl here. I'm not going to take the safe option in a tight end that's probably not going to bust. And again, we overanalyze the blocking of a tight end. Like it's not that important. It's important. Don't get me wrong, but it's not that big of a deal. You have other pieces and other pure blocking tight ends to go in for that. They wouldn't bring Zach Ertz in because they think he's good at blocking. So, you're going to bring him in to make offensive plays. Julio Jones is the one who's going to make more plays. And so find a better wide receiver core at that point. Diggs, Julio, you have
Beasley.
Let me pull up there. Beasley, McKenzie, Sanders, and Gabe Davis. I mean, it's like, that's up there with one of the best offenses in the league at that point.
They're high powered as fuck.
Right. So it's going to be gravy either way. I just think adding Julio Jones, even if you only get a year out of him, is I know
I talk shit on the Buffalo Bills backfield all the time, but I mean, let's not forget those guys were averaging 4.3 yards a carry, both of them. Whenever they did get their opportunities, But this question here, we're not necessarily looking at it more so from like a fantasy standpoint. We're actually just breaking down NFL shit right now with this question. And from an NFL standpoint, I mean, this team is not far off. So I mean,
their
get the
backfield
piece
is
that you
solid
need.
too.
Yeah, get the piece that you need. Get the piece that you need.
The addition of Burita makes sense to me because they needed speed in that backfield. So you get someone who is just a straight up sprinter and a home run threat in Matt Burita. Like I really like this offense. I like what they're doing. And then you're going to tell me I get to add Julio too? Like absolutely. Like why wouldn't I?
All in. All in. I get that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay.
I just don't get it. I don't get it. Like you restructure a contract, Stephon Diggs, and Stephon Diggs is pretty alpha. I mean, he left.
Yeah.
He basically said, "Hey, fuck the Viking," fuck them, and
fuck them kids.
Yeah, fuck them. Morton Anderson kicked the right field goal the other way and everything. That's the thing. Like, I don't get it. Like, they restructured the contract, and I think Rumboy. Robbie, we were talking about this on Dynasty Dork, June 2nd, let's see what happens. And past June 2nd, I haven't seen too much. I mean, you guys got the beat writers and all that. But, I'm just curious, what is the plan here for Julio? But it makes so much sense just to go to the Bills where they're just like, hey, we're going to win now. And that's it. Because there's no Tom Brady there. The Dolphins are coming up. The Dolphins are getting better and better by the day, basically.
G, I'll tell you this. All right. Every source that I've ever spoken to about both these players, I don't get any fucking feedback from Ernst. That camp is quiet. Julio is a little bit more. It's like, well, it could be here, it could be there. Everyone is getting a shot at Julio. I'm getting the same information that you guys are getting, and some of you guys here know a lot of some of the same people that I know. Julio is freaking everywhere. I mean, of course, there's a couple of narrowed down options. We know Seattle. We know, fucking Tennessee. But I mean, Chargers are trying to do. I don't think they're really honestly trying as hard as they really could, from what I'm hearing. Yeah. But I mean, you're right. You're right. Like from what I'm hearing, bro. Like you hear more from his side, but I mean, Ertz is just that shit's a box. But that's also why I'm steady beating this drum of Ertz to Buffalo, because when I look at the numbers of the restructure, we're at it was what, $7 million? Yeah. It was seven plus mil to take off 11 pretty much 11K, right? Of that.
But that's the thing, though. You wouldn't think an alpha wide receiver is gonna say, "Hey, yeah, you can take this much money off me this year." Like,
but when I see that math, I'm like, okay, you're making room for a veterans minimum. You're not doing that for Julio, because Julio's in Atlanta. They're requiring a first round, asking for a first round pick.
They're not gonna get that unless a team is desperate. First round pick nowadays is like an elite player. Like, I don't.
So hey, that's my take. I'm gonna let these other two gentlemen in the top box go. Go ahead, Jayden and Herms. I mean, is there anything that like?
So I think everybody has made really good points, and I don't think anybody's wrong. It all depends on how you're taking the question. Robbie, you said it right. If you're looking at the fit, I think it's Zach Ertz, because they've got a solid wide receiver core. They got the alpha wide receiver in Stephon Diggs. They don't have a playmaking tight end. Knox is okay, but if you put a guy like Zach Ertz on this team, that's a big difference at tight end. Now, from a fantasy perspective, from a Madden perspective, of course, Julio Jones is a much better player. That would be a lot more fun on offense. But I think when it comes to fit, I think Zach Ertz is the play.
Yeah. Okay.
Herms.
Oh man, I don't know what this. A lot of smart things have already been said. Although I gotta say, I miss Bogard on this show. Do you want me to just pretend to be Bogard and give a Bogard answer?
Yeah,
you do know the camera does
Bills give me money.
Like, the camera does remove a little bit off of you. Like, I'm just saying. Like,
melatonin joke. Yeah, I don't know. Instead of giving the me as I could, I'm gonna do my best, Bogard. And like, if you end up seeing this later, Bogard, no, this all comes from love. So it's got. All right, what's up? I got the isms and my jisms, everybody.
Oh,
the
God.
shrooms are speaking to me. The shrooms are speaking to me. What's up, bro? I'm telling you what the Bills got to do. They gotta trade for Julio Jones and then send it to my 49ers. That's what they gotta do. The 49ers, give me money.
That was spot on, actually. That was really good.
That was really good.
Yeah, that was really good. That was really good.
Oh, I'm so shopping that for the gram, and I'm posting that. Okay. So I like how we all broke that down. One thing that I do want to say, in regards to this specific story, a lot of the the up and coming analysts, guys, with this one, really, please just look at the math. Like, really look at the math. Don't necessarily look at what's going to get you likes or what's going to make you sound cool. Please look at the math on this one, because I think that's really the underlying story with this, and then that with a combination of the fit, and then that's really where I'm coming from, beating the Zach Ertz drum, and I think that honestly we're just days away from that happening. Maybe a couple, maybe like 2 or 3
that word
weeks.
fit. That's what made the difference.
Yeah, so please just keep your eyes on this story, guys. This is gonna be, if you're a rookie and you're still writing, this could be one that could really blow you up, for real. So watch this one. On both these players, either way.
I think there's another thing you could just put a deciding factor on is who has the better quads out of the two.
Yeah, it's Julio.
Because that's just gonna rise ADP. So it's just like
that's where analytics is these days.
Hey, that's your clicks. That's where you get your
That's
clicks.
where you
That's
get
analytical right there.
That's analyticals.
I'm just saying, if the Raiders do something stupid, it's going to be, let's just go trade a first-round pick, a second-round pick, and a third-round pick. Because the way we draft our draft, we're going to give a fourth-round pick for a first-round pick value, So
the Raiders should trade Brian Edwards right now for a
Shane hit it on the head. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm fucking saying.
I'll take Julio. Fuck it. It'll be entertaining,
I'm the worst because I'll see. I'm the worst. Like if I see a ticket has no basis, I'm gonna be like quick, fuck. No, Shane's right though. I get he's kind of tossing out a joke, but basically there's a fucking Trace Master carpets. Like where'd you get your analytics from? A fucking Cracker Jack box. All right, so this one here. Miami talk right now. I know that EE on the mic pod is over here on Periscope. Yo, so Brian Flores, check this shit out, right? I don't know if y'all saw the press conference runs kicking off at Herms, but he was asking about Tua's. He was asked about Tua's comments. I apologize for my word in there regarding not fully grasping the playbook last year. He said it makes sense, right? Flores said it makes sense. He's thinking where he is right now, and that's good. This time is about reflection. Where you were now to 6 months ago. He has improved in a lot of areas. Does Tua take the next step this year? And what does his season look like? I'm sorry, I copied and pasted that from fucking Twitter, and I realized how many different not spaces and commas there were. And I was like, whoa, what in the grammar is happening? Go ahead, Herms. Hopefully you have commas in your sentence.
Oh yeah, okay. So I mean, the thing with so the point is just how do we feel about Tua? Basically, it's just the whole that's.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. How do we feel about Tua?
Okay, well, I mean, shit, man. I mean, I'd hope that he's getting better and grasping things or whatever more. Because I mean, first of all, walking into the league as a quarterback and having to learn an entire offense year one is very difficult to do. But on top of that, having the Bo Jackson hip injury, I mean, Jesus. So it's just I mean, I don't know. He had so many other things to worry about. Walking's kind of hard now. So, maybe, okay, give him a little bit of a break. I mean, for fuck's sake. And, there are people who be like, oh, he's a bust already. It's motherfucker, he's been, 8 games, 9 games. Jesus Christ. give things time to happen. I mean, like, what? It's like, oh, yep, I saw a 3-game sample size. The dude's awful. Like, what the fuck? Like, stop. Just stop. Oh, my God. I don't know, dude. It was like they surrounded him with the things that are important to have, which are receivers and stuff. You know, I mean, like Jalen Waddle, Will Fuller. And it's like there's a whole lot of things happening in Miami. It's, it's like Bienvenido a Miami, that Will Smith song. It's like, yeah, dude. I'm a big fan of the Big Willie style. I have that on cassette. Anyway, but yeah, dude. So there's other things that I have that on cassette. But yeah, dude. So it's like, yeah, like he's starting to grasp it. It's just like that episode of SpongeBob. You know what I mean? Like, Squidward gets like zapped with all the jellyfish or whatever. They're just like trying to put the jellyfish net in his hands, just like grasp it, and it falls off. Grasp it firmly. Grasp it. It's like
basketball fans.
I don't know. I don't even think I made a good point anywhere in there. But
no, you made really good points, Herms.
Yeah, there you go.
Herms. You made Herms terms.
Yeah.
You basically said everything I was going to say. The only other thing I was going to add too is, he was recovering from a hip injury. We also had this thing called COVID that we were all dealing with, and nobody knew what was going on. It wasn't a normal off season. Give the guy a break. Like, he is 23 years old. He's played half a season. Honestly, I didn't think he was going to play it all last season. So I feel like I thought they were going to redshirt him. That was like extra. I am all in on Tua, especially at his ADP. Right now, he's going as quarterback 25. Granted, this is, redraft, but I would take him over Baker. I'd take him over Derek Carr, T-Law, Jameis Winston, Kirk Cousins. Now you start to get into, I'd take him over Matt Ryan. Matthew Stafford, Ryan Tannehill, that's probably my line. But I just think that people are giving up on him way too early. As we all know, Twitter is overreactionary. Fantasy players are overreactionary. I'm all in on Tua. He's got the weapons. I'm good. Give me all the Tua.
Tua time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with both of these guys. Like, and it's interesting. You have to zoom out. Everyone wants to look at like what's you got to zoom out to when it was Tua was getting drafted. It was, is he going to fall in the draft because he couldn't play the entire year? There was talk of him sitting and redshirting the entire season. The fact that he was out there playing and getting any snaps, the fact that he was getting any experience should get you excited as a dynasty manager, should get you excited as a fantasy manager. Like, okay, we thought we were going to have to wait an entire season to see anything out of this guy. We saw a little bit. Yes, there was some bad decisions and some, he couldn't make audibles at the line. That's growing. That's what he's talking about. That's exactly what he's referencing when he's saying, I'm learning the playbook. I get up there, I can read a defense, and I can make an audible and make a play. It is really fucking hard to be a quarterback. There's a jillion things you need to think about, and he's not used to that. He's used to, Alabama, where everything was just gravy, and he's like, okay, now I need to actually adjust to what a defense is doing. I need to call a different play. I need to understand the entire playbook, the whole depth of this. It isn't going to be my first or second read. I need to progress through this. These are things that you want to see. We got an entire, extra season, I guess, out of Tua. We all assumed as dynasty managers, okay, we're going to sit on this asset. We're going to sit on this player for a whole year. And then all of a sudden we got this talk going into last offseason. He's going to get some work. He's going to get some play. And then he got a lot of work. He got a lot of play. And sure, they brought in Fitzmagic when they needed some, magic shit to happen at the end of a game. It's like, okay, this is a grizzled veteran who can make a 40-yard throw with someone dragging on his face. Like, yeah, of course. Tua's not at that level yet. He's a young guy. Like, it's going to happen. So the fact that he's feeling more comfortable and he can express that, and then you have his coach backing him up and saying, yeah, absolutely, he's making these progressions and we back him up. This should make everybody feel good. It shouldn't set any alarm bells off. It should only be positive stuff. Like, we are at a great place with the Tua right now in terms of, dynasty managers. You should be psyched at what's happening.
Could not agree more.
Go ahead, Craig.
Love to see it.
Yeah, I agree with all that, so I'm not going to repeat it. I did want to add one part of the conversation that Flores was having on that conference call, though. He said,
Go ahead.
I remember being a first-year position coach and coming out of that year, going into the spring, going into the next season and saying, I could have been better last year. I should have been better. I'm better now. To have a coach be able to stand behind you and relate to you and not just throw you under the bus that we've seen coaches do that to young guys before. And, you can ruin a guy in his first season. The fact that they're standing behind him, they're letting him have that role to himself this year. They're not going to have Fitzpatrick behind him breathing down his neck. I'm all in on Tua this year as well.
That was just live audio of Ryan Fitzpatrick breathing down his neck. Just
last year.
Which I gotta say, everybody loves Fitzpatrick, but
not every joke's a winner. All right,
it sounds like Fitzpatrick isn't necessarily as good of a teammate as he comes off of.
It got me excited, Herms.
Oh my God!
I can't. I can't.
I think one of the most incredible thing about Tua Tagovailoa is that his last name nobody can pronounce it. So yeah,
you just hit it. You did perfect.
Yeah,
Tagovailoa. You got to throw the tongue in there.
I think all you guys made great points, but like it's just with Tua Tagovailoa, it's just we got Jalen Waddle coming in, rookie wide receiver. We got Mike Gesicki, and then we got whatever other white tight end comes in there and steal a touchdown because apparently they're all white. I swear to God. I mean, I love them all, but yeah. But I just think like the biggest thing is like injury. Like that hip is not something to fuck around with. Like he said, he felt the best now than he did. What did he say? Like 110% better than what he did last year. And maybe he's telling the truth. But the thing is, like Brian Flores says, he sees better and more potential for him. And a head coach like Brian Flores, I think he's a Bill Belichick clone, but I think Brian Flores just straight up tells the truth. Because when you have Ryan Fitzpatrick starting for like half of the season, and then you bring him in, and all of a sudden he's not doing that great, but he just keeps progressing and progressing, and you believe in him. And then you bring back Ryan Fitzpatrick to like, oh, we're gonna do the playoff push. Okay, cool. But I just think in my opinion, one of the what's going on? What am I?
Just keep going.
Keep going.
Oh man! All right, but one of the biggest things is Tua Tagovailoa is last year he was a rookie. This year he has so many more weapons, and I think he can only go up from here. In Dynasty, I'm drafting him. In redraft, I'm probably not going to draft him. I think there's so many. There's so many other options that I'm going to take. One of the things that, like Herm, people don't realize this, but Justin Herbert as a rookie had as good a season as Big Ben did. And then Tua Tagovailoa comes in here, has an average season, which everybody, he was next to Joe Burrow before his injury. But I think in Dynasty, I still want to draft Tua Tagovailoa for sure.
Okay.
Big fan.
Mike?
So, just like J-Bat said earlier, I was one of those guys that thought that they should redshirt him all of his rookie season. They had Fitzmagic. I thought they should have just played him the whole year, let Tua rest, let Tua get ready. But when they brought him in, I didn't like how they used him a little bit. You know, not really how they play called, but just like when the game where Fitzpatrick came back and threw the pass, with his helmet getting tore off his face. I think they did a little bit of disservice to Tua's growth, but I do believe in Tua in the future. I don't believe him in as much as some people, but just like Jay said, there's certain guys that he's being drafted behind. Like, I would take Tua over Cousins any day of the week, Carr any day of the week. I think my line for Tua is around what Jay is saying, the Stafford Tannehill in redraft. That's where I probably draw the line. Maybe, there might be a couple other guys, but most of the guys that I've already talked have already said pretty much what I believe.
And Toby.
I agree with all y'all's points on him growing and everything, but if we're talking redraft, I'm taking Mayfield over him, Cousins, Daniel Jones.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going that way. I don't like what I see.
If he can might have to switch to Jameson for that.
He can prove me wrong, but when I watched him last year, he just seemed so uncomfortable, and I guess
go watch my TikTok video and
I will, but I think that just comes from he could just throw it up in college. Because the guys he was throwing to, they were playing rock
for a second.
They were playing rock paper scissors so you'd catch the touchdown. That's
That
who
is
he
a
was
fact.
throwing to.
I don't have a rebuttal to that. That's a fact.
That's where Nick Sirianni got his idea because he thinks he has that good of receivers. Nick Sirianni. That's why he plays rock paper scissors.
Hey, I respect your take. Hey, I don't agree with the Daniel Jones take, but you found a way to bring him up in the show.
I'm not putting money on that take either. So
go watch my Daniel Jones interview because all y'all love that shit for some reason. I don't know why that is like one of my most popular interviews. Like people love that shit. People love Daniel Jones. YouTube loves Daniel Jones. All right. So in case you missed it from yesterday, an important memo from the NFLPA on the use of Total-Roll. Total-Roll should not be used prior to, during, or after NFL games or practices as a means of reducing anticipated pain. Is this about time the NFL has started changing these policies, and what are your thoughts? Go ahead. And I feel like this one should be quick because we should all be on the same page fairly.
I forgot to Google
Sorry, Herb, we go last. I'm right there with you.
It ain't good for you.
Yeah.
And just a quick update.
With Z2.
Dallas is up on the Clippers by 2 with 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
Nice, but I mean, Shane was supposed to be doing that in the chat. I was like, yo, just keep us
Well, Shane's
updated,
too
bro.
busy cracking jokes in there, so.
Yo, he's having a good ass time.
Yeah, he is.
Shane's my boy. I love Shane.
Hey, now I know why you guys are all laughing. Now I know why y'all were laughing. Holy shit, that was hilarious.
Shane's putting my takes into the ground right
now. He's like, now I know why. He's like, I went back and I saw it. Go ahead, Z2. How do you feel about this new Total-Roll policy?
Well, I had to Google Total-Roll after you said that.
So Total-Roll is a shot that they give players so they can go right back out on the field after something that they should not be going back on the field after.
It's basically like a localized morphine, and it numbs all pain receptors and all nerve endings in a localized area. It's super risky. It's for inflammation. It's for like if you're playing on a tear or a strain, they might hit you up with it. If you have inflammation, they might hit you up with it. But it's super kind of passe because it could lead to more damage in the long term. So if you're a doctor and you're looking short term, you're going to obviously, shoot this guy's knee up with Total-Roll and he's just going to run on it. But long term, these guys are struggling with, long term effects of arthritis and knee injuries. And so the question is, are the doctors looking at the short term or long term of the health of our players?
The risk of diarrhea.
Yeah.
and Total-Roll's made out of horse semen.
That's kind of whack too. I didn't know that.
So someone has to jack off a horse.
Horse shit makes you shit.
Yo, think about that.
I was not expecting this subject to jerk off horses.
Who applied for that job?
What's your favorite kind of animal semen to use?
I mean, not horses. Talk about quantity, though. I mean, I guess you're good. Like
Probably
one session.
Next time you ask me to be our Rumboyz, can you give me a heads up if this is going to be the subject or not? Because I don't know.
We're not ranking the top 5 animal semens. Is that not what we're using?
So that's Total. Craig you want to tuned in. Welcome and subscribe. Hit the like button. Share this with all your friends.
Hey, our subscribers have been going up this episode. Subscribers are going up this episode. It's kind of crazy, actually.
That's wild. So that's Total in a nutshell. I'm not a doctor. I am not at all professional.
No. But I think it's good for the league to crack down on it. I mean, taking it back to like a movie reference, I mean, we saw in Varsity Blues, everybody walked out because that's what they were trying to give the running back, and that's what they gave the quarterback who got hurt. Yep. So, I mean, if a movie can display it, then why isn't the NFL cracking down on it? What a
great MTV film. Damn. Aren't you old?
I'm old.
How old are you?
23.
Hey, go ahead and go into Mike's take. I have to take a call really fast.
So I was watching NFL Network this morning or this afternoon, and they mentioned this whole thing. And one of the things that they said is a big side effect is internal bleeding. If you can cause internal bleeding on a player from doing something like this, it should not be allowed. But the other byproduct is they're saying if this does happen and teams actually take this seriously, there's going to be players, and this affects us in fantasy, there's going to be players because they shoot them up before the game sometimes, like game time decision players, that people that were game time decisions that played last year will not be able to play this year.
Wow.
And they're also saying that some players use this to get through, like veterans will use this just to get through daily practices and daily life. If they can't use it, there might be players that we thought would play that we're going to have more game time decisions.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's one of those things to me where the conversation is great because we have to, it's bigger. You got to zoom out again. Like, I'm happy that the league is looking at the long-term health of its players. Like, to me, that is a good sign. Like, okay, you're really giving a shit about pain management and about your players. And we're not just going to shoot them up. They're not just animals that we're going to throw out on the field and have them beat each other up. Like, we actually care about, 20, 30 years retirees. My best friend played in the NHL for 8 years, and it sucks that, they just kind of throw you to the dirt. It's just like, hey man, like, thanks for your service. Like, we'll see you later. These guys suffer with CTE issues all the time, arthritis issues that you can't believe. And so the fact that the league, the biggest league in terms of the major sports, is looking at the long-term health, is looking at the long-term health of their players. It's like, thank God. Like, that's what we should be doing. So amen to that. I hope this brings up bigger conversations about, healthy pain managements and long-term effects of these players and CTE issues and life after the NFL and training these kids to, we're handing these kids bags of money. We got to teach them how to grow this wealth and live off of it. So I'm glad that the NFL is doing it. And so maybe it's a Toradol shot here or there, and that's where it starts. But it's a good conversation, in my opinion, to the growth of the league and the growth of the players after the league. So kudos to the NFL. They're actually doing something that I'm proud of, which is weird because the past 5 years I've been super bummed out by Goodell. I've been super bummed out by Goodell in the NFL. So this one's a good one. I'm psyched about it.
Jay, go ahead, drop something.
So I agree with everything that's been said, but the thing is, I don't necessarily believe they're actually going to do that. That's the key.
That's my concern.
Just lip service. This might just mean that they're getting so much flack for CTE and not everything that you said. You are 100% right. They need to take care of these players. They're human beings. Jerome Bettis said he has to take painkillers just to get out of bed in the morning. So we'll see if they're actually doing this for the right reasons and not just lip service. Then yeah, this is awesome. Obviously, I think we all agree whatever is the best interest of the player's health long term is what they should do. Whether the NFL actually does that or not is another story. A perfect example, and what Mike was talking about. I don't know if you guys remember. I think it was like 2 years ago. Aaron Rodgers got hurt, didn't come back, and then came out after halftime, and he led the Packers to a win. He couldn't even have a conversation.
Yeah,
if you don't know, Google it. Google Aaron Rodgers post game interview painkillers, and you'll see it. Yeah, you said it, pie-eyed. He couldn't talk. He shouldn't be out on a football field risking his life. No player should, if that's what it's going to do to you. So
go ahead.
They should do it. I don't know.
Okay, so while I was doing my looking up of what this stuff is, I found something very interesting, which does not make a lot of sense. So one of the precautions that you should take if you're using the Toradol or whatever, it clearly states, do not drive, use machinery, or do anything that needs alertness. You know what needs alertness?
Catching.
Contact sport.
Fantasy football.
Exactly, yeah. But just for fuck's sake, this is the thing they're giving people. It's just like, hey, I know that if we give this to you, you shouldn't be required to pay attention to anything, but we'll just stab you with this real quick and then just try and go tackle that guy. Sound good? All right, champ, you go get him. That's weird. But I don't know. Honestly, it's nice that we've had this conversation going about just not just viewing athletes as entertainment, labor. You know what I mean? They're not just laborers for our own, cheering and jeering and booing and whatnot. You know what I mean? They are human beings. And I think it ties in interestingly with, I don't know, just a quick addition to the show sheet, the Naomi Osaka just being like, okay, so fuck this tennis thing. I'm gonna take care of my mental health instead.
Yeah. And just how can anybody give her crap for that? That blows my mind.
I still have no clue. But it's just but it's one of those things where it's just we're seeing it's a changing of the tide. I mean, like, it's not completely there yet, but like a lot of people just being like, okay, we need to understand that these athletes do not exist for the sole purpose of our entertainment, and anything else that happens to them is irrelevant, because their physical and mental health are very, very important things. And that also ties into CTE as well, because it's literally a brain thing.
I like what Brian said. He's like they'll just give him fucking cortisone instead of Toradol, which is sad. Like, yeah.
So it's just like I don't know, man. We have to just. These are human beings.
Dude, they give them Toradol for any fucking thing. They give them Toradol for anything. That shit is so abused. That shit is so abused.
And Aaron Rodgers tried to say he didn't take any painkillers that game.
Stop it!
Yeah,
don't lie to me, Aaron.
Right? Exactly.
So I don't want to rain on the parade about this, but this is why I don't think this is going to change anything. One, this was the Players Association coming out and just saying, "Hey, you guys should limit this." Two. The NFL itself had a study done in 2012 by it was an NFL Team Physician Society appointed task force, where it said the exact same thing. And we're talking almost 10 years ago that, hey, you guys need to be limiting this. It was a published study almost 10 years ago that the NFL had come out. Now the Players Association is like, yeah, you should probably limit it. This isn't going to do anything unless a player doesn't want to take it. Simple as that.
Drink another beer. Everyone is pretty much required to drink another beer because of I just so everyone knows, like, I need everyone here, like, really quick. I need everyone here to play kind of like the rest of the show. This is a safe place right now. So next topic here. This one, I mean, I didn't get as affected by as most people would have thought, just because one, I kind of expected it to happen, and two, I mean, there's just a lot of different reasons. We have 17 motherfucking titles. What the hell do I care? If we come up short on just one this right now. But the Lakers are bounced from the NBA playoffs. Boo-hoo. How does this affect LeBron's legacy? And will the Lakers be back next year? Go ahead, Herms.
Well, anybody who saw, I think it was last week's episode, I famously don't know that much about basketball.
Right, yeah.
Unless it took place between the years of 1998 and 2014 or 15. I don't know. But no, seriously,
that's okay. That's what makes these last two topics super quick.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, I adore basketball. It's not really my wheelhouse. Although I will say, okay, just in terms of the context of the legacy of the Lakers, it's they're the fucking Lakers, whatever. But the legacy of LeBron, I don't know, man, because here's the thing, I'm getting bounced after the weird COVID thing with the delay and then the bubble and then the blah blah blah. I don't know, the whole thing was weird, man. Yeah. Basketball's been weird for the last 2 years, dude. I don't know how much we should hold anything to anybody about anything over these last 2 years, because again, the world took a shit and it rained on all of us. So I don't know, dude. Whatever, dude. And plus LeBron is a nice man. So no matter what, that's what matters. And that school that he opened up in Akron, super cool. And he's done a phenomenal job with his philanthropic, investments and ventures and all this other shit.
That was a $5 word, Herms. Nice job.
Yeah, man. Woohoo! Yeah, but he's cool. I like LeBron. He's a nice man.
Go ahead, Jay.
That's my
So, Robbie, me and you go back and forth. I'm a Knicks fan. You're a Lakers fan.
Exactly.
I am in the wheelhouse that Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time, that LeBron won't ever be. But people are giving LeBron way too much crap for this. Like Herm said, with COVID last year, they played longer than anybody else going to the finals. Then they rushed this season. It's not going to affect his legacy whatsoever. There's no question. He's obviously one of the best ever, period. End of story. If you don't think so, then you're just being a hater. LeBron is a good person. He does a lot for the community. I don't think he's the GOAT. Maybe it's just me, growing up in the 90s. I think it's Michael Jordan. That's
it's
just
Michael
me.
Jordan and Kobe. It goes Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron for me.
Right. Yep. And I'm with you. I don't think it does anything to his legacy. I think most reasonable people are going to understand that, injuries played a role in this. And a lot of that has to do with what happened with COVID, the season getting delayed. So for me, any team that has LeBron James is going to be a contender. I don't care what the surrounding cast is. And after going out in the first round, you think LeBron isn't going to get some more support next year? They'll be right back in the thick of things next year. Yeah, this doesn't do anything to his legacy. And yes, they will 100% be back.
See ya, Kyle Kuzma.
So I guess I'm going to be, old man yelling at the clouds on this one, but it's like LeBron after the game just having this sort of nonchalant giggle attitude. To me, it's like you just don't give a shit. Like you got bounced. You don't give a shit. Like wow, okay. And to me, that speaks volumes. Like that attitude of like, yo, you gonna go play with the Toon Squad? You joking around about that shit? Like, come on. So like, I got frustrated at that. You want to get bounced out of the playoffs? It happens. I get it. The Suns were a good team. They played real well.
He didn't want to, but I think he just knew that there was no possible way.
It just bums me out that he doesn't have a little more fire to him. Like, to me, what made Michael great was he just didn't want to fucking lose, and it made it so aggressive and Kobe Bryant, same way, where he's like, I'm gonna rip your throat out. And like that to me is what a champion does. And so to see LeBron come out, lose, and then joke around about the Toon Squad and all this,
you wouldn't have seen either one of those guys, Kobe or MJ, walk off the court before the game was over.
And so I just didn't like that. And so to me, that is more like, okay, LeBron, so that's where you are. And maybe that's where he's at in his career. And I get it. He's getting up there in his career, so he doesn't have to be this young, hungry guy anymore.
I'm a Lakers fan. I'm not a LeBron fan. So,
but it's just like, I just didn't. That to me hurt his stock more than losing the games. That was like, that's who you are. Okay, I don't really love it, but teacher, go get that check. Be on the Toon Squad. Go get that paycheck. I guess. Yeah, hell, I'm not gonna front a guy for making money. Like, good for you, I guess.
Go ahead, Craig.
The big thing I think that is the takeaway is that LeBron is fallible. He's going to age, he's going to break down, and he isn't going to be able to do what he did prior in his career. And if he's going to be competing against these other teams, he is going to need more help where he can't just single-handedly carry a team. So, everybody gets to that point at some point. I don't think it's a knock on him, but I think it's just more of a reality check for the rest of the league and fans that, he's not Superman every game anymore. And he's on the down part of his career. That ankle injury just lingered with him. And like you said, it's not changing his overall career trajectory and his place in the Hall of Fame.
G.
This is going to be interesting because G is a LeBron fan. So
hold on. I gotta pour some more Jameson. Hold on.
You guys see this guy?
Yeah. Oh, my guy. My paisan, Michael. Yo, stop this.
LeBron James.
And
Michael Jordan.
And you know what?
Can anybody guess?
Kyrie Irving had to hit the series-winning shot for LeBron.
Can anybody guess what Michael Jordan was doing at 36 years old?
He was playing baseball. I've already heard this argument.
He was retired.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was doing king shit. He was owning a team, doing other shit, doing GM shit. He was doing other shit.
He was owning the Washington Wizards.
It's impressive being a player to then own a team. That's
who also
impressive.
won 6 rings and one fucking defensive player of the year. And like,
I'm just saying, LeBron's still playing. That's it. But guess what? I will say this: Michael Jordan's the GOAT. And the reason why LeBron James will never be the GOAT is for this reason. You guys said it. He doesn't have the killer mindset. And that's it. And the other reason I think, though, he never won a defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That means a lot. That means a lot to me. That means a lot.
That turned out to be a better take than I thought, and I love every moment of that.
That means a lot to me because NBA, a complete player goes both ways, not only one way. And to complete the whole package, while LeBron might be the most better all-around player, Michael Jordan beats him at defense no matter what, hands down. It's not even close. And LeBron James did try to play defense like what? I think it was last year. Yeah, he tried very hard for 82 games, but it wasn't close. And that's it. That's the thing, though. Like LeBron tried so hard to win Defensive Player of the Year, and he ain't gonna win it because Giannis won it. And then, and here's the thing, though. I'm a Jazz fan, diehard. Like I love the Jazz. I'm from Utah.
Okay. Yeah.
I love LeBron. Like I love LeBron. Like I have a fetish for him, and that sounds so gay to say.
I mean, it is what it is. You got to call something. You're LeBron sexual.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a homosexual, but I'm
you're LeBron sexual. It's okay. Have your side on.
The truth is this.
My wife is bi. I don't give a fuck. Like,
do what you want to do with your genitals.
But here's the thing. I know what I want to do with my genitals. But anyway,
that Jameson bottle keeps getting open more frequently.
Herm's heavy breathing.
This is great. The end story between LeBron James and Michael Jordan is this. The killer instance puts them on another level. Everybody loves Kobe. I just don't think Kobe touches LeBron.
Whoa.
All the gloves are off.
This is Robbie. I got this.
They've high-fived before.
They've touched. All right. I will preface by saying this. Just like Robbie, I am a diehard Laker fan. Being from out in California, it's all about the Lakers. Showtime Lakers in the 80s. Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah.
To me, the GOAT is Michael Jordan, but by far, number 2 is Kobe freaking Bryant. LeBron doesn't have the Mamba mentality, just like you even said, Gerson. He doesn't have.
I didn't think Kobe had a killing instinct. I said Michael Jordan had a killing instinct.
Kobe did too.
Kobe might have been worse. Like y'all ain't ready for that conversation. Kobe might have been worse than
worse, bro.
Kobe might have been worse.
Hey Robbie, where did Kobe say that he wanted to play college? If he went to college, where would he play? Did you?
It would have been Duke. We know that, Jay.
Okay, thanks. Just want to throw it out there. Let's say that.
There's no way LeBron would have ever twerked his Achilles and then shot 2 free throws.
LeBron would have Duke too.
But for the argument of this sake, I do think the Lakers will be back next year, but I think the team is going to be completely blown up except for 2 pieces.
Okay, Z2.
Well,
wait, what are those 2 pieces? What are those 2 pieces?
If I was asked to play,
I still think it'll be AD and LeBron, but I think there's going to be major overhauls, and I wouldn't doubt if Vogel's one of them.
Dennis Schroeder's not coming back. Everybody knows that, right? Like,
you heard it here first. Dame is going to be a Knick next year. I'm just throwing
Z2, give me your take, and then we're gonna kind of just this last take. We gonna make it do what it do with this last one.
I don't really have a take because I don't watch much basketball.
That's perfect.
But I guess I'll give a spoiler. I guess if LeBron still has an ankle injury, the Monstars are going to beat him.
Oh shit!
All right, that's how that movie ends. Imagine how that movie ends now, right? Monstars wax the Toon Squad.
Yeah. Final topic, and then we're gonna get into some sign-offs. All right, so. It was announced recently this week that Jake Paul will be taking on Tyron Woodley. What are your thoughts on this fight? And let's go ahead and give away our 2 early predictions for this fight. Z2.
I mean, I can't stand Jake Paul, so the other guy.
So Woodley, okay, cool. Hey, there we go. This is the last topic. We make it nice and smooth.
Hey, KSI gonna whoop his ass once they fight.
Oh God, that was forever ago. But all right, you get Hey, go ahead, Mike.
Robbie, I'm a diehard MMA fan just like you.
What up, Boo?
And this whole thing with the Paul brothers are really irritating, and I hope Woodley knocks his head off, period. That's all I got to say.
All righty.
I'm weird. I think the Paul brothers can throw down, and I kind of like this sort of bravado of like, yo, fuck you. I started on Vine or YouTube or whatever they started on. I don't care. He's like, I put working in the gym. I got that 10,000 hour syndrome where I can box. I know what's going down. you see Jake and Logan both sort of leaking stuff. It's
Woodley's gonna lose because he don't got a motherfucking chin.
Yeah,
Woodley don't got
I think they can actually fight. I watched Jake the other day post something on Instagram. I'm like, wow, he can actually fight. He moves like a boxer. He moves well.
Jake looked Woodley dead in his face, and he was like, "If you win, I will double your purse." If I win, he was like, "If I win," he was like, "If I win, you take your purse and give it to my charity." Oh, we have a new member! Oh,
Yo, my kazoo broke.
No, no.
My kazoo broke. Hold on, give me a minute.
Kazoos can break?
Hey,
That's like the one thing.
Someone was like, hey,
it keeps happening.
Someone was like, yo, you've been doing this for 3 motherfucking years, Robbie. Rumboyz, you keep bringing on new people.
Here we go.
Your time is worth $5 motherfucking dollars, $6, whatever the fuck it is. Let's go. I got a little bit more half of this. I'm about to crack open another one, and I'm gonna chug half of that. Let's go. Cheers, y'all. I needed that. That just uplifted my spirit.
Let's go.
It doesn't sound the same. I'm so mad.
Yeah. So the Paul brothers, to me, it's back. It's exciting, right? It's getting the sport of boxing and all sort of MMA. Like you said, it's bringing everybody. It's bringing all this sort of, whether you call it a gimmick or not, it's bringing attention to the sports and eyes to the sport. So I'm all about it. And to me, I in this fight particularly, you're always going to take Jake Paul or Logan Paul as a joke. As another fighter, you're going to take him as a joke. That's how it is. And they're going to take this as a serious fight. And so they're going to me, always have a little bit of an advantage, a little bit of chip on their shoulder. Jake and Logan Paul. Again, the Logan Paul fight against Mayweather will be interesting as fuck. To me, that'll be crazy. And I want to see, what goes on with Jake too, because Jake's got a little bit of a mouth to him and not as technical of a fighter as Logan. So really quick,
hey, members, hey, once we get, at least 5 members, every week you guys are going to be getting an exclusive newsletter for the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, start, sits, parlays, our favorite plays, DFS, all that good stuff. We'll be having analytics and everything for you guys. For all of our members, you get the exclusive emojis. Dante, drop them emojis, show them the emojis. At 24/7 access to pocket analysts, so you'll have an analyst at any given time, for throughout all time zones. You'll be able to hit one of us to be able to give you fantasy advice, help you with your starts and sits. Just so many more perks, guys. Check it out, see what you get. Plenty more to come. Fuck yeah, thank you. And we got another goddamn dono hype.
Shit. Go. Yo, let's go.
I just wanted to see you chug again, Robbie.
I'm not gonna do the whole thing. That
was me.
Important. So
that's Toby.
That's Toby.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Fuck! Thank you. Oh fuck! Thank you.
Thank
you.
Don't give me money.
Hey, that's a big
in the 49ers.
That's a big dono for being a panel member. Thank you for the support.
Hey, I appreciate being on After Dark.
No,
thank you, bro. Thank you.
It was fun as fuck.
Craig,
Now
give us your take.
Real quick, to take the Bogart impression to the next level, you got to mute Herms and then not realize that he's muted for about 10 minutes and just sit there and talk.
We don't got the time for that. Hey, Craig, go ahead and break us off with your take.
Because I was telling you guys about the 49ers when it comes to
There you go. There it is.
Look, my quick view is Jake Paul is a punk. I think he's an asshat. I wouldn't want to be around him, but I think this is a boxing match. He's like was just said, he's setting himself up to be a boxer at this point. Mm-hmm. He's dedicating himself to that.
Shit.
These other people are coming in, MMA fighters saying, "Oh, I'm going to whoop your ass." If it was MMA, sure, but it's not. It's boxing.
Right.
He's got the advantage, and I think he wins, even though I don't want him to.
Facts. He can fight, man. He's a good fucking fighter. He can slide. He moves. His jabs are quick. He's got knockout power for a little guy. It's crazy, but he can fight, and it's no joke. It's not. He's not just a YouTuber. He's not just a Vine guy. He can fucking fight.
Yep.
He knows how to get that bag too.
Yeah, hell yeah. He's promoing a fight like a wrestler. Good for him.
Hey, all about it. You got to take on this one.
dude, like I used to box like from the year of the 18-year-old to 21. Like I went Golden Glove in like tournament. I'm not great or anything. I lost in a tournament, but here's the way I put it: technical skills matter a lot. And while Tyron Woodley, he had the skills and everything. It's different field to MMA. I respect Woodley, but shit, like what he done in the last 2 years.
3 years, yeah. You're right. And that's exactly what my take is. It's like he has a weak chin. He's old as fuck. Like he's been dropped by everyone in MMA. You're gonna get dropped by a boxer.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You step in different field. It's different game. I dude, like Josh Berkman. You guys know who he is? UFC fighter.
Yep. Yeah.
I've legit sparred with him. Boxing to MMA. He whooped my ass MMA, of course. But like in boxing, like it was crazy. Like he sponsored our gym, and he's like, "Oh, good fight, like good sparring match," you know. But the thing is,
I've done that.
That's when I realized that like it matters so much different because technical skill goes a long way. And Jake, don't get me wrong, dude. Like seriously, Mayweather's gonna whoop the shit out of him.
Yeah, Logan. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jay Herms, do you guys feel any differently at all?
I just think both Paul brothers are big, fat, stupid assholes. Other than that, I'm good.
Oh yeah. And really quick, hey Z2 man, I usually fucking do shots for every dono, but I ran out of shots. So yeah. Herms.
Okay, well, when it comes to this, I'm not sure, but boxing, boxer, music recommendation. If you're a big fan of like indie music, whatever, like I don't know, it's an album from several years ago, but The National, they're a great band. Their album Boxer, absolutely fantastic, like wonderful, like instrumentation and stuff, like really super low key piano shit, and like the singer has like a really nice, like rich voice, kind of sings like the, you know, just like it's got like a nice.
Any kazoo? Did they have any kazoo on the album?
Yeah,
I have been emailing their representation for years. I still can't get in the band with my kazoo powers. But seriously, just check out The National. They're a great band. That's my. I don't even know who the Woodley guy is. The only Woodley I know is Lamar Woodley from the Steelers back in the day. So I mean, like, I don't fucking know.
With that being said, and with that being stated, normally, I would have everyone do their own outros, but I'm just about to, really quick cycle through everyone's because I did get some news earlier, and I just had to pull a Brett Favre, honestly, and pull through this. So I have a family emergency that I honestly have to attend to, but I am going to make sure that I give you guys, your support because you guys are supporting me. I know that when you guys hear or find out what it is or what's going on, I know that you're going to be here and you're going to be supporting me. And so first off, shout out to everyone in the chat. Thank you guys because we had a good night. We made a lot of you guys' night. But during this time and during these last pretty much 3 fucking topics we just went through, I've just been cycling it and going through and dealing with a fucking lot. And this is my therapy, and and this is where I come to kind of just get away and have an escape. So I thank you, and I appreciate everyone that chose to rock with us. It is a roller coaster, and right now, Rumboyz Robbie is going to be dealing with a roller coaster. First off, make sure that you follow Herms, on Twitter, Herms NFL, and you show him love and you show him support. Make sure you guys follow G-Man J on Twitter. Check out For the Love of Sundays, FTLS_J-Bats. Check out at Roto Heat Craig on Twitter as well. At Fantasy GDFS, the homie Gerson. He's been dropping hot takes all night. Drop the mic FF on literally all social media. He has an account, I think, on every fucking platform. Check for these guys on every platform too. If even if they don't have an account, you'll find out real quick. And then also Z2 Fantasy. Look for him on every platform. Look for him on Twitter. And hit him up for graphic design needs and stuff like that. I appreciate you guys.
Robbie, I love you.
Love
I'll tell
you,
you that
bro.
much. I love you. I'll tell you that much right fucking now.
Like,
I'll tell you that much right fucking now.
Whatever the fuck
Yeah.
you need, my dude.
You're all support.
I
buddy.
already texted you, so you can't, you
Yeah.
can't dodge me now.
I know.
Love you, bro.
We're here for you, brother.
always.
Too. We got you.
I know.
Family, community, fantasy, Rumboyz.
Yeah, I'll just be honest with my fans and my subscribers because I need to be upfront with them and I just need to challenge this right now. And I'm sorry that you guys are here for it. I don't know how long or when I'm going to be hopping back on the air. I'll probably hopping back on air sooner or later because, like I said, it's just my therapy here and it's an escape. But I just I lost one of my nieces.
Oh my God.
Yeah. She got ran over, and it's fucked up, So, I don't know, I'm just gonna be dealing with a lot, but I love y'all motherfuckers, and
We're here for you. We are here for you.
Whatever you need, dude.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Anything.
Do not hesitate at all.
Yeah, we're here for you. The
Robbie,
community.
you've been support for me, and I got you, boy.
I know I love y'all, and
Love you too, brother.
We love
yeah.
Got you, Robbie.